Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
Well, thank you, Grace. Welcome to you too. Welcome to all you viewers. What are we talking about tonight?
That is the best intro ever, by the way.
I'm still working on it. I couldn't resist Andy. Andy is going to be a permanent fixture of my intro. I have other clips of movie talk douchebags getting pissed off at me and saying my name that I may include in there. I have to see. Not Grace. Grace is graceful. Grace is graceful. She's great. I hear something in the background, RJ. I don't know what that is. Okay. So this is not just clickbait. This is real stuff. The woke scare. Where I wanted to comment more on this on FNW over the weekend, but we got so hung up on Cowboy Bebop that we didn't cover other stuff. So I wrote my thoughts down a little bit here, so I'm gonna just how bad is movie talk and the Friday Night Whites? Well, let's get down to the reality. These are facts that I'm coming at you with. Friday Night Whites takes every single opportunity to attack females and minorities. And what's bad about these people? Nothing. They just have a difference of opinion. And I'll get down to the coded language. We're going to actually discuss the coded language that's a dog whistle to actual hate, perpetuates hate, a cycle of bullshit. And they're a circle jerk of websites, social media influencers, all connected with the same customer list. Actual NPCs that click, and comment garbage consistently. And what can you just ignore them? No, you cannot, because that's how it's got this bad. That's how it's peripheral the conversation that's bad. This is how the movie talk. Let me see someone else that came in here. Black Ops decided to come in.
Yo, what's up?
Okay. Hey, man, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
I got a little bit of echo, though.
What's up, man?
All right, so there is definitive proof that Nimrodic, Bounding in the Comics, Geeks and Gamers, and all the other BS spam the internet with the exact same videos, and it started with Shang-Chi now. And the exact same videos they're lying about the demise of DC and Marvel, starting with EVS back in the day, right after The Last Jedi. They do have big right-wing donors that support their material because it does support their agenda. There's people in here that do not care about the properties at all, just like typical SJWs, which they are now. I'm getting a lot of feedback from someone. Let me see. Okay, just like they have in the past, they get involved in conversations just for the political angle. They don't actually care about anyone. How do you prove they're prejudiced against minorities and women? Well, it's simple. They march together with actual ists, never criticizing their own customers that are horrendous, defending the mob. And like my friend Lunga once said, a high tolerance for hate, but zero tolerance. He couldn't have said it better. This is the best way to describe what's going on. How do you prove they're extremely prejudiced and what they are doing? They have a high tolerance for horrible behavior with their fans, actual hate as long as they're a customer and a paying customer, but zero tolerance for women saying they want to be treated equally or minorities saying they want to be treated equally or representation. If those words out of your mouth, it's instantly woke. And that is disgraceful, ignorant, and toxic to the actual context of what has happened across the world and still in the United States. They are ignoring the context of history, dumbing it down for a dumbass audience, and putting hate all into there. It is so hard to have great discussions and movie talk, nuanced discussions and movie talk. And I think it's finally starting to turn. The tide is starting to turn because they are trying to attack Shang-Chi, Kevin Feige, and it's not working for them. EVS's favorite website. Oh wait, who's on here? Lunga.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Hey,
I
Lunga.
lost track of time.
Oh no, that's fine, Lunga. I was saying
too busy like insulting people on a Discord who are a bunch of little man babies, and it's fun to do.
Okay, that's true.
That's fine.
Well, Lunga. One of the best things you said was the easiest way to describe it. Why people, the usual suspects, why they think they're actually. I'm not going to say actual-ist, but extremely prejudiced. Is they have such a high tolerance for hateful behavior, but zero tolerance for the other side, where they're saying, I want representation or equality with women, and making, and let's be real, these thumbnails with women and minorities crying in the thumbnail are very clickable for 4chan and 8chan, and that's where they get pushed and the extra engagement. Exactly. So whatever they can to do spin a narrative to create this and have a minority or a woman in the thumbnail crying, that is your link to hate, along with the origins of even EVS back then. Now EVS is softened. He hasn't gone.
He's softened a lot.
Okay, but the origins of this bullshit, the reason he made the thumbnail is the lies at the beginning, the big lies that Marvel and DC are completely woke and they're burning the rubble. There's lots of reasons the decline of Marvel and DC.
Well, we know why he did it, right? He was building his building his business, you know, and I get it, you know what I mean? He was building his business. My whole thing, the only issue I had with him back in the day was his support of war campaign, which were actively harming people basically online. Okay, once he let that go, it's like whatever. You know, he says his stuff. He's an entertainer, you know, just like the rest of these guys, and he says the shit he does to entertain the public. You know, and some of the stuff I think he kind of believes, but I gotta be honest with you, unlike a lot of them, he's actually more liberal.
No, but at the beginning though, he was really pushing the big lie about the comic book industry. Yes, there were problems. There's isolated cases where they jumped the shark with the wokeness. And then I want to give a shout out to Nerdette's Newsstand. She's been doing an excellent series, which I'm gonna show a small clip of her video where it's called The Weekly Wokies. What she does is she actually goes through each thing released and says, you know what? They're saying they're being hyperbolic and they're fear-mongering, saying woke is killing the industry. Let's see how much each book that's being released that's actually woke. And it's her results are very shocking and they kill the narrative of these people.
Yeah, because again, they take one example and try to extrapolate it over the entire industry, and that's the issue. Yeah, are there specific examples? Sure, of course there are. I mean, like some of that, like the Captain Marvel art, some of the art that like the Steven Universe art and the stories.
Of course.
Could tell. You could tell. But again, and at the end of the day, this is what I say too. And do I like that stuff? No, I think it's garbage. I do. I think it's garbage. The artwork alone, I think is
well.
garbage.
There's certainly garbage.
Not even the message.
There,
okay,
some people
just the
overreact way
artwork.
too much.
But as a creator, I say this: everybody has the right to create. If they want to create it, they create it. Their audience will buy it. If you're not their audience, buy what you want to buy. It's that simple. You know what I mean? But they try to make it seem like it's going to take over everything, every media, everything. And it's like, it's not, dude. There's just as much stuff that you like out there as there is that other people will like out there. I was watching Saggy's chat today, and your buddy Echo was in there, and he's talking about how he hasn't supported anything from Disney since Rise of Skywalker. You're telling me he has not seen any Marvel movie. He has not watched any Mandalorian. He's not. I mean, think about that. Think about how much good stuff. To make a point, how much good stuff you're missing. Just that's not.
Well, I think there's a
Mandalorian's great.
Well, I would also argue real quick that the people who said they were going to boycott Disney after Rise of Skywalker, Gina Carano got fired, the same people who are still covering Mandalorian or WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki. They're still covering those shows.
Well, you know what a lot of them try to say.
Crazy thought though. It's almost like what they're saying is complete bullshit. Like it's just like, we're gonna boycott this, and they're still watching the same shit. You know, it's like it's a message to their supporters. It's just like
some of them. I mean, there's a lot of reasons, and I'll tell you why. Some of them, if they're married, let's say, and they have kids, their wives are like, "No, my kids want to watch Disney. We're getting Disney Plus. Sorry, your little agenda doesn't matter. My kids' happiness does. If they want to watch this shit, we're gonna get it." Some of them might have family members that get it, and they're not paying for it. They're not supporting it, so they're not lying. They're not supporting it, but they got to log in from a friend or family member, and that's how they're watching it. So technically, they're not supporting it. You know what I mean?
There's also a strong connection with these hate groups. And listen, I'm not judging people on piracy. I like to support the original creators in the industry, but there's also a strong connection with all this constant hate on entertainment in justifying people's piracy habits. Or alluding to stuff. Even Midnight's Edge at the beginning of his video, he hints like, "Oh, they're going to take to the high seas." Ha 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 ha! Wink, wink, wink. About Disney and his constant attack at Disney. It's disgusting. There's lots of people. There are problems at Disney, right? Like everywhere else, but we got to support creators. And Longa himself, he's an independent comic book creator, but he's not going to try to raise his stake in the indie scene by crapping on the industry.
No.
Organically, not organically, because that's what EBS did.
Having independent, like when a topic comes up and you have an independent opinion on it, that's different. You could talk about something, but when you're creating a narrative, that's a whole nother story. Because there's certain things I've watched, I'm like, this is garbage. But that's, you take things on a case by case basis. But if you're creating a narrative, now that's a whole different story. You're creating a narrative to try to cultivate a specific kind of audience for clicks. Like the arguments I have with people who are in CG in this Discord I'm in, I have arguments with them because they're like, "Oh, your book is crap." I'm like, "Have you read it? Do you know anything about it?" No. Well, you're for cancel culture. I'm like, if you listen to anything I've said, I'm not for cancel culture. Well, you're anti-CG. No, I was anti-war campaign. They keep making these arguments and they keep saying this stuff. It's like, I sell my book to comic fans. Comic fans. I don't care if you're CG. I don't care if you're an SJW. I don't care if you're an atheist. I don't care if you're a holy roller. I don't care what you are. If you like a comic book, here's one for you. Buy it. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. But I'm not going to sit here and cultivate a message just to pander to a specific audience to hopefully get sales. Because no offense, my book has sold without that audience about more than almost half, I would say at least 40% of CG books out this year. And outperformed it. So what am I gonna do? Sell out my integrity and say a bunch of nonsense just to appease this audience? And if I say one little thing wrong, the people who are so against cancel culture, well, guess what they'll do? Cancel me because they don't like what I'm saying. Don't buy his book. No, get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. The people who are against cancel culture love to engage in it themselves, and it's the opposite side. If it's someone else engaging in an opinion they don't like.
They say who should be allowed in and not.
Willful ignorance. That's what it is. Willful ignorance. It's just them. You know, they start tearing each other apart, especially when their guys are saying the wrong things.
Kelly,
and then they
stop it.
like to come together and say, "Oh, what? We actually all support each other with different opinions." No, they don't. Like any person who speaks out against them.
I'll be right back. I have to put Callie in the basement.
Yeah, go ahead. No, I mean, but again, people love saying everything's a blanket statement. They think everything's a black. Listen, there's people who are CG who I'm friends with. Soy Rage, stupendous, great guy, and he supported my comic book in the chat. Lorenzo, C-Stack, great guy. You know what I mean? There's people that are just fine in there who are comic book fans. Yeah, they have their belief politically, and they believe certain things. But you know what? They're still going to judge a creator on the creation. You know what I mean? And see what they're doing and see what's in there.
It shouldn't be like, oh, this person leans this way, and I don't really like how the way they lean politically, so I'm not going to read their comment. I don't watch content or watch stuff like that. I don't think about the creator. I think about the creation, and then after I watch the creation or read it, then I give them my view on it. That's how I read every single thing, how I play every
Mel
single
Gibson
game.
Is a raging anti-Semite, okay? He's a raging anti-Semite.
Yeah.
I don't agree with his stances.
No.
But I'm still going to watch his movies.
Some of his movies are good. Some of them
I'd still like to see him
good.
come back as Mad Max Logan style. I'm sorry. Cast Graphics Super Sticker, thank you for the support of the show. I'm gonna do this. Might be a first for Lunga. It's only a minute, Lunga. but we're gonna we're gonna watch and react to Matt Jarbo's video.
Oh yeah, God, I've seen this now. Saggy played it. I've seen it. It's like I haven't watched the channel, but I've seen.
So the audience can see it. So I could get your fresh. It was actually good. Maybe you could give him a little props.
I don't disagree with him.
Okay.
This is what I was trying to explain in Saggy's chat. It's like, listen, I could not like Matt Jarbo as a person, but it doesn't mean I'm going to say he's wrong just because I don't like him. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
If someone's right, they're right. It doesn't matter what my feelings of them as a person are.
All right. So yes, I mean this is what got them triggered today. And the response was, "We have more views. That means we're right."
Wow. Okay.
Man. It's kind of like that like to dislike ratio thing they got on Star Wars. 8,000 likes,
usually
8,000
spread through
dislikes.
groups like QAnon. Us here in the entertainment space generally have to deal with the same thing. People like the Quartering, Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic, Doomcock are people who proliferate fake news constantly. Everything is a woke agenda. Everything is communist. They put together this idea that everything coming out of the entertainment industry is bad, and they are the ones who are going to stand up to the bully. They see themselves as being something like Edward R. Murrow, a journalist made famous for his standing up to Joseph McCarthy. And if you don't know who McCarthy is, look him up. But you probably have heard the term McCarthyism, which generally refers to reckless and unsubstantiated allegations and accusations and public attacks.
How many times did he cut this video?
So if you think about it for a second, all the people
He just
that
put
are
a
out
bunch
there
of clips
grifting
together. That's
on
all.
your anger. They're telling you Hollywood is evil through unsubstantiated
Called
allegations.
clipping yourself to
and
make
how
yourself
everything
sound
is
good.
whoa. It almost feels like they're engaging in
No.
the same kind of witch hunt.
I
that
record
McCarthy
videos,
was
Max. I know
known
how this
for,
works.
Which means that Edward R. Murrow, they aren't. McCarthy. Well, I'll let you connect.
Live streaming.
Well, you could be right, but I think he was just clipping.
You know,
to
guys,
keep
as
it
the
at
rest
a-
of the world
to
deals
keep it
with
at a minute. That's what I think, because he wants it on TikTok and he wants to do those YouTube shorts.
Max, I've done videos where I just keep recording. If I make a mistake, I don't stop. I just keep recording, start over. And then if you make too many mistakes and you clip it, that's what it looks like.
Okay. It's very
No, he's
possible.
not-
Okay.
But he's not
Probably
wrong.
But this-
I've used
I-
that McCarthy example and
yes.
analogy before, because that's literally what it is. And I know they want to say, no, the SGWs are actually the McCarthy. No, hold on, slow down. Let's think about something here. Because who were the people that was McCarthy and McCarthy sized? They were the ruby red staunch conservatives, the ones that say everything, people are degenerates if they do this, people are perverts, people are communists, people are anything that was anywhere slightly liberal from that really uptight 1950s feel, you know what I mean? They were weirdos. They were Raylos. They're sexual perverts. They're this, they're that. They need to be, ostracized from society, and they shouldn't be around our children, because what do we hear about the children, right?
Yes.
Oh, they're influencing. It is literally word for word right out of McCarthy's
You should watch
playbook.
everyone around your children. It doesn't matter if they're part of, certain,
Dude,
everyone.
listen.
That's
Come on,
Me and my ex-wife raised my kids.
Yeah.
So I don't give a shit what other people say around them, because you know who they came to? Us.
Right. Well, Daniel Scott here says there's a direct pipeline to the same people. They're telling gullible people not to get a shot.
It's
Their
kinda like-
audience may shrink pretty soon, unfortunately. They're trying hard with this Marvel. Go ahead,
It's
Jeff.
kind of like, I was going through the Twitter feed of our friend Jeremy from D-Day Cobra and from Geeks and Gamers. I was going through their Twitter feed, and it's just like all that shit they're talking about is just like kind of like what you're explaining, McCarthyism. It's just like these people are out of their minds. These people are crazy. These people are dangerous for society. It's just like, it's a really dangerous message to be putting out there, especially in a time like this. And it's almost kind of like Jarbo was saying, kind of like you're saying, Lunga. It's like it's dangerous, and it's just wrong. It's
Well,
wrong
basically, really what it is everyone knows Arthur Miller's The Crucible, right? It's inspired by McCarthyism. It's an allegory for that. Basically, these people are basically like the townspeople of that Massachusetts town of Salem or whatever, right? They're jumping from project to project, claiming that screaming witches, but instead of saying you're a witch, it says you're woke, you're an SJW. Moving from project to project like leeches, and eventually they're turning against each other also too.
You ever watch that movie? There's I forgot what it was called, about. It's about this like movie director who used to be like a communist back in the 40s. And this was like during the McCarthy era, and they were talking pretty much he got arrested because he was considered a communist, right? It's this guy was like a Hollywood movie producer as well, so it makes it really really kind of telling. It's like it's the same people. Like, oh, Hollywood's destroying everything. Hollywood's affecting everything. Realistically, Hollywood doesn't really control people's lives as much as they would.
To be fair, I mean, there were some people in Hollywood who were card carrying.
There was some legitimacy to it. It wasn't as big of a scale as people said.
Like that's something that's never going to go away. Extremism is always going to be there.
Right.
It just turns out extremism is making the front news.
To catch like the handful of ones that were there that weren't really influencing much except their own little circle, right? They went after everyone in Hollywood who associated with them in any way, anyone who had anything, if they said anything suspect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That sounds like it.
Yeah, basically he spoke out of line.
Right.
If you didn't say the right thing, you're out the door.
Right. And then it became a witch hunt, which is what it was. And then you had people, in order to prove it, just like the Salem witch trials, lied because they had to keep up that lie going now, because now they're in and they can't stop.
They would rather throw their neighbor under the bus than be accused themselves.
Yeah.
This is a funny comment. Trigger warning. 40 years ago, there were village idiots. With the internet, they went global. Most of them became successful YouTube content creators.
I gotta say this. People are surprised. They're like, what's happened to society? Look how dumb people have gotten. It's like, oh no. They've always been dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just on display now.
Yeah, right.
It just turns out there's a thing called video cameras. And
you're always going to find a group of people that agree with you.
They're on display, and they could actually get a following of similar idiots who want to listen to them.
And it's almost terrifying because it's just like if they kind of like, I thought I heard you mention this earlier, they're using dog whistles to like convince people,
coded language and
coded language.
Parking. Yeah.
Obviously, the people who are pro defend the menace obviously don't understand that because they don't.
Some might not. Some of their viewers might not get it. That the way they talk.
Some of their viewers don't get it. I used to be one of those people who like I don't understand the dog whistle. I don't really understand how are they saying this is, and now I look back at it and I'm like, oh wow, they used a lot of dog whistles to really, reel people in. And
I wrote some of the ones I recognize down that we'll talk about those later, but I also want to show their campaign now. It's all tears for Shang-Chi.
It's also all flop and yellow font, by the way.
Yeah, and they all like to say, they all like this comment on his looks too. Like he looks like who's the in charge of China, the communist. What's his name?
Xi Jinping.
Yes. Yeah,
wow.
I actually heard that in a video today. Oh, he looks like him. He doesn't look like Bruce Lee. That was in an erotic video.
Who said that? Neurotic? Oh, yeah, that's not.
Well, you know what else they're going after too? Like, look at Clownfish TV's thing, right? The toys, right? For whatever reason, the Phantom Menace cannot get over the fact that they made a toy of Awkwafina's character Katie. They're like, everyone's going to want to buy an Awkwafina figure. Everyone wants to get Katie. Well, like this and that, I
mean, do they post anything that's positive, or is it just straight up all negative? Like everything is bad.
Oh no, we like the recent. For diversity reasons, we like the recent.
No, I was talking about them, not you guys.
No, Jeremy likes to point to. What was that one with Samuel Jackson? Not Shaft. The new Shaft was amazing. The Hollywood will not recognize Shaft. They like to point to one thing to try to show they have some nuance, but they really don't.
Yeah. Well,
are they watching the same trailers I am?
I know
this movie looks freaking spectacular.
Exactly.
What are they talking about?
We're actually
gonna.
I don't know.
See anything. I know they can call it all they want. Woke. There's literally like even I once in a while go, yeah, that looks kind of sus. Okay, but dude, there's nothing in these trailers that even suggests woke. Where are you getting this from? Right, I got it. Your views are down, so you need something else to complain about. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and also look at who the guy is. Someone who's a minority person. Is that have anything to do with it? I don't think so. I hope it doesn't. But
do you see how
it has absolutely nothing to do with him being Asian? No. Of course. Why would you call him racist? No. Of course not.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna mention the other. Okay, so you had Ian Miles Chong come out and be like, "Oh, this actor's ugly. China won't like him."
I'm so disappointed.
Oh, we got
Ryan
Brie
Reynolds.
Larson. We got Brie Larson. That's a
Oh,
nice
Justin
pick.
in Lost. I feel he's indoctrinated. I'm sorry.
He is.
I started to watch this video. He's trying to say it's canceled. He's so obsessed with Phantom Menace.
What does he mean when he says Shang-Chi is canceled by Marvel fans?
He just
How are
wanted to
Marvel
have-
fans canceling the
Or
movie?
their boy-
I don't
It's kind of
know.
like that. There was a tweet I saw from, I think it was the Quarterine or it was Nerdrotic, and it was like there was like this live stream. It was like maybe like a few thousand people watching, and it's just like 8,000 dislikes to 8,000 likes. And it's like, oh, look, the fans are striking back. It's almost like there's not 16,000.
I think he should
fans.
change his name to Psychotic instead of Neurotic.
Yes.
Nimrodic.
Well, I was gonna say
Better.
The big reason why they're going after this movie too is because Simu Liu, the actor who plays Shang-Chi, was like, it's really important to have a movie like this for Asian representation, so the first of its kind. People were like, but Jackie Chan movies came out, this and that.
So they're being sarcastic.
Asian
All right,
cast.
listen.
They're not being sarcastic.
the-
They're being genuine, saying that he's an
Here.
idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. There actually were Asian-led movies. Before.
You know how they like to point. You know how they like to point to the ratios, right? For
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Oh, look, that's ratio. That's ratio. Okay, the
Look, we just
the Shang-
ratioed the president.
Whoa,
of
Matt
the
Jarvis.
the
likes
Shang-Chi
you,
the
Longa.
Shang-Chi trailer that came out in June, right? The official trailer in June has almost 20 million views, 450,000 likes, and less than 10,000 dislikes. So you guys want to talk about ratioed? Are Marvel fans hating this? Are they really?
No.
They take like
They're trying to
to
to go with the narrative of the big lie that EBS
But-
said at the beginning, that he was kicked out of the industry because of his politics.
But Lunga,
He
we all know that.
he had bad behaviors.
But
too.
Lunga, we all know that Disney buys the bots to like the videos. Okay, they buy the bots. Okay, it's all bought and paid for. by
It's all
Disney.
bots. It's all Brie Larson.
Yes,
and-
yes.
Right,
and
right. It's
her.
not real. It's not real.
It's all fake.
But the people when they dislike it stuff, those are all real people. They're not bots.
They're
not.
speaking. They are speaking out, man. They are
Right.
speaking
They're
out.
speaking out.
Well,
They came out en masse because I made the call. for them to
8,000
come out and
people.
do it.
Of 3 million,
fighting
300
it.
million people.
Well, I'm doing my part. This is the first film I've seen since the pandemic in the theaters. I'm going to go see Shang-Chi. I'm going to try to find a way this weekend. If not, I'll have to wait till I get back from being away the weekend. We're going out of town. So I'm definitely going to see it in theater. I'm dragging my wife.
Yeah.
Same
Well,
here.
what's funny though, Nerdrotic, he put out a tweet today saying, "I checked my IMAX app I checked the Fandango app on IMAX opening night. I live in Southern California in a county with 3 million people. No one's seeing it opening night." I'm like,
They're trying to.
I had to switch from the theater I usually go to because it was sold out.
Right.
Okay, and go to another one,
Yeah, well-
which was halfway sold
Yeah,
out.
like-
and I bought the
It's
tickets
that-
a
it's
week
just
ago.
that- it's
$50
that
million
one-
weekend,
it's
I
that
think, with the
one
holiday.
theater.
And
One
previews on Thursday and the holiday. I think it's going to get 50 million. Maybe it'll fall short. I don't know.
It's
If it
gonna be
falls
very
short, if it falls
successful
short, whatever,
for sure.
Like,
No, guaranteed. I'm gonna tell you right now because I predicted Black Widow. I told you opening weekend, it'll make, if you counted the Disney Plus, it'll make like between 80 and 90 million, and it did that. Okay, This movie will make between 80 to 100 million dollars opening.
I hope so.
And if it
Which
does,
Which is still low. That's
watch
still
the-
low because it's a pandemic era, but it'll still make 80 to 100 million dollars.
Yeah.
and then think about it, like
Super
what's
chat
the
$2,
reaction going to
thank
be
you.
after that 100 million or 80 million comes in? They're going to be like, oh, it was just a bunch of people just
Disney
buying.
It doesn't matter.
Disney-
Their money's
Disney
already, their
got
money's
the-
already made. Their money's already made. They'll
Just
keep
like-
covering it. Oh, that second weekend drop is horrendous when there's ignoring the context of a pandemic.
It's like-
H-Port says hype.
Like, maybe it's
That
like
up-
considered the fact that California is in the middle of like a really bad COVID thing right now, and maybe that's why people aren't going to the theater. It's almost like it's a really crowded area with some people not being smart enough to wear face masks. It's just like, I don't know, maybe use your brain a little bit. Think of the context around why is this theater not full up yet? Like, come on.
Well, H-Parts, thanks for the
Crap.
support. You hyped up Matt on Dragons Forever clip yesterday.
Yeah,
I
that
saw you
clip was
talking
amazing.
about it, but I didn't actually watch the trailer. I went to bed, so I got to watch that trailer. H-Parts. I'm still really enjoying Warrior. I didn't get to episode 8. Did you see Warrior yet, Longa? On
Yes,
HBO Max. That's amazing.
yes, great show.
I'm
Great
still in
show.
the first season, but I'm shocked at how good it is. Like, really good. I can't recommend it enough. But I will check up Dragons Forever clip. H parts for sure.
Yeah. Also, just want to give a exclamation for this real quick, like a point. Be careful engaging with their videos, because I saw a couple of them are just openly spoiling stuff in the movie now to try and get woke points.
Really?
They're spoiling the mid-credit scene especially. They're trying to spoil it and like talk about it, even though the movie is now. They're saying it's a leak. Well, it's not really a leak. It's just open in certain countries already. They're trying to like talk about it early to get the jump on it before it comes out, so they can get people to hate on it. But just be careful with spoilers, because they're going to try and spoil the movie before it comes out.
I don't watch their content, so I think I should be fine.
I should be fine too. I usually just check their. I usually check YouTube, and I see like, okay, what rage videos are they going to put out next? Who are they getting mad? Oh, Brie Larson. Oh, wait, today it's Dave Filoni. Oh, what's next? Who else do they really hate right now?
Well, I want to share a video now from Nerdette's newsstand, Tristan. She is doing good work over there. Please go sub to her. We're going to watch not the whole video, but it cancels the narrative and the big lies that they're perpetuating over there on Friday Night Whites. And EVS started it with these with the origin saying DC and Marvel is burning to the ground with wokeness. It's a lie. It's an absolute lie. There's lots of reasons some of these comic book creators were out of the industry. Part of it's their social media. It could be a little bit political, and also bad habits. They're extremely late on their product. That could also be a reason. So I wanted to share this because this is a amazing thing that she is doing for the community. She is exposing the truth.
Who's this?
Nerdette's newsstand. Tristan. She's called out some of this bullshit before, and she told me today on one of my videos that it has cost her views, but she keeps rolling. Of course, she does put an extremely woke character in the thumbnail, but that I
don't know. That guy looks kind of good. I'm not gonna lie.
But she is exposing the truth about what's being released in comics, because if you go to watch any Ryan Kinnell videos, any Nimrodic or Geeks and Gamers, they keep telling you no one buys this stuff, and that's also coded language. No one, meaning not us, not the people we care about. No one buys this stuff.
Not the master race. Sorry.
And they do the talk about being hyperbolic and throwing false statements and fear mongering, saying critical race theory is in everything included in there. They actually use elements that's what Nimrodic did in his video.
Jesus,
Matt Jarbo showed me proof of it. I didn't believe because he said he was talking about the new Amazon series for Lord of the Rings. He's like, they're injecting critical race theory just because he hears that on Fox News.
You want to know something?
And I watch Fox News too. I'm just saying,
Do you want to know something funny? Is that this like critical CRT, critical race theory thing, it's not being taught anywhere.
It's a theory too, and to say people can't discuss theories and not make up their own mind. But the
thing is, it's been talked about in like school boards and stuff.
But they are actually injecting the replacement theory from actual IS when they talk about the white man they're taking the bare elements of that and using that for hate clicks. Oh, another white man's replaced. That's taking elements of that theory, I wanted to hear
Who cares? We could.
Sorry, yeah, I went to the bathroom, so I didn't hear what you were talking about.
Okay, so the reason I started to go at Nimrodic is, again, Matt Jarbo. I didn't believe Gary jumped the shark too much. And then I saw him saying that the new Lord of the Rings by Amazon is going to, dare I say, inject critical race theory into the storytelling. What's your thoughts there?
you know where they're getting it from too, right?
Right. It's political
not the show. Well, no, but it's not the showrunners. It's not, because they've literally told us nothing about the show other than it's the second age, right? That's all we know. They haven't told us anything about that except maybe a few cast members. We don't know anything about this show. Okay, so it's not coming from the creators or the directors or the producers. It's coming from that one big
thank you,
Twitter user that onering.net or whatever it is, I think it's called, who is like really, really, really liberal politically.
Oh yeah, the OneRing.net. Yeah.
Well,
videos.
LDG, they're fear mongering. It's not. They're making mountains out of molehills there where it doesn't exist. If there was actually a woke point that was overblown and damaged the story, Lunga would cover it. I would cover it. You know, they're just jumping from jumping from different properties to different properties without any actual facts.
Hold on a second. What is he saying here? Put it back up again? When are we going to do the push needed to get these morons out of Hollywood? All right, and this is where I have to push back on you now, LDG. Right, you don't have to like what they make. Shit, I probably don't like what they make. But to tell someone that they're not allowed to create because you don't like what they're doing is wrong. That is just as wrong as anything. You don't have any say. No fan has any right to tell some creator that they shouldn't be allowed to express their creative vision. You don't like it? Don't watch it. Don't pay the money for it. You don't drive people out of their careers. Do you understand? You know what that's called? That's called cancel culture, LDG. That's what that's called. You don't drive people out of their careers just because you don't like their content. You just don't watch it. It's that simple.
And then saying it's not making any money is a false narrative. There's bad examples for sure. There's things that have failed, but to say it's not making any money, that's false narrative. It's true.
Again, every time you bring up that that Captain Marvel, even though I thought it was a trash movie, made $1 billion. Oh, that's because it was sandwiched right between Endgame.
Well, you know what, Longo? When
dude, I mean, it's
when that first came out, I was into the talking points that they do, and I wasn't gonna see it. And then my wife was like, "We can't even enjoy anything anymore. You're so jaded and disgruntled and stuff."
Yeah.
And then I watched it later, and I'm like, I had fun with it. It's not the best, but I had fun with it. When I took those goggles off, when they took those hate goggles off.
The one thing you're failing to understand is for a movie to hit $1 billion, it requires people liking it so much that they go back for a second and a third view.
Well, the narrative is that it was between Infinity War and Endgame.
Sure. That could have got it to 500,000, 600,000, right? But to hit $1 billion, people had to keep going back to watch it.
And they did. The weekend to weekend drops are super low. Every weekend people went back to go watch it.
Exactly. That's where the narrative falls apart. That it has nothing to do with it where it was sandwiched. Did it help? Of course.
Don't be like Ray Fisher. What?
But it being in between those movies is not what made people keep going back to see it again.
Yeah, let me go to a movie after like Infinity War comes out several times because there's no other Marvel content. Like what?
I was gonna mention this is something a lot of people don't bring up. If the theory that Captain Marvel only made $1 billion because it was sandwiched in between Infinity War and Endgame was true, why didn't Ant-Man and the Wasp make more money? That came out right after Infinity War.
If everyone watching
right in the middle
can do me a favor and go give Nerdette some support with this series and some other videos she's doing, because what she's doing here, Longa, is it's called the Weekly Wokies. So she's tearing apart the false narrative that everything released by Marvel and DC is woke. She's going each release, each book, and saying what percentage is actually woke, like the fear mongering that everything's garbage.
Well, I mean, no, that's a cool idea, and more power to you, Dad. I hope best success. That sounds like a really cool idea. The issue is, it's still very subjective.
Yes,
what
but she does also
woke and what another person calls woke are two different things. You know what I mean?
That's true, but I do respect her judgment because she also calls out woke too. She does that as well, so that's why I think it's interesting. I'm only going to play a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Hold up. So go give her a thumbs up and say Mad Max sent you.
Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdouts Newsstand, and we are going to do our weekly Wokies. Now, I missed last week because
she just started the series
bi-weekly. Because if not, we're kind of looking at a lot smaller of numbers. We'll have to wait and see.
I would love to have her
feeling it out at this point. But if you are new to this, basically what I do is go through each week of what is put out. And because the narrative for so long has been, oh my God, this is woke. Oh my God, the comic book industry is dying. It's woke, and it's all lies. We look at the percentages. We look at the totals of books that are good compared to bad or compared to woke, depending on your perception. Or, everything is good or bad is subjective. So let's take a look. We're going to start with August 11th.
Okay,
that
so
was the week I missed.
I'll skip ahead to where she gets the percentages. You could go check out the whole video to see. But basically,
Yep, there's the ad.
Max, get YouTube Premium ready. God damn it!
All right. I'm thinking about it.
Who needs you to do
But I'm just getting.
I made the mistake of I have the YouTube Music thing. That is premium, isn't it? Yeah, if I have YouTube Music, that's the premium. But I did it on my Great Console account, which is not the one that's on my phone. Or I did it on my phone once on my phone account, which is my main personal account, not my Great Console one. So I only have it like when I'm on my phone.
Okay.
They logged in my Great Console one. It's annoying.
Well, here's what she gets to the results: DC Comics 2 in 1 week, 2 in 1 week, 1, Marvel, Image 0, 2, Indies. And she does a pretty good explanation of each comic, why she considers it woke. It's certainly subjective, but it's I think she comes down to it and she says it's like 6 or 7% of the total releases, total level.
Yeah, if you want to be realistic, okay. Because here's the thing. Let's say people who are more on the right side, like Phantom Menace people or CG people. Let's say they are. She says what, 6 or 7%, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say they are 3 times as angry about it as she is. So they find way more. They found 3 times as many as she did, right? Mm-hmm. That's still under 20%. Mm-hmm. I mean,
and there's a market
for it. What are we talking about here? It's still under. I mean, still 80% of them aren't. I mean,
so if everyone watching could go give her a thumbs up and support that type of content, we need that type of content. Great job, Nerdette.
Well, I think it's good that it's like someone's going through the actual data and looking at, oh, do people actually like this? Or do people actually hate this? And it's like turning out that people do like the things that are coming out. Not everything that's coming out. Don't take that out of context, but like most of the things that are coming out of the movie industry, entertainment, comic books are usually okay. People are okay with them. And it's just like those really loudmouth people who are telling their viewers every single day that this is going disastrous, that this is completely garbage, everything's falling apart. It's just like it's a very loud.
The word woke has lost all meaning. Like
it's not only that people have blinders when it comes to the comic book industry. Okay, yeah. They only want to pick and choose and cherry pick the items that support their narrative rather than looking at the industry as a whole. The comic book industry has almost folded numerous times over the last 80 years. I mean,
Marvel went bankrupt in '96.
Okay, yeah. Numerous times. It does. The medium goes like this, dude, and it never reaches huge heights. Now, let's look at the demographic. A lot of people who are, again, I'm not trying to pick out CG, but they're the voice, right? They're the dissenting voice. So that's the only example I have. So if we go with CG, okay, a lot of the people in CG grew up with or were really into comics during what time? Image, okay? They were there when Liefeld, McFarlane, Jim Lee, when they did this whole experiment that was Image Comics. They were there right before that when McFarlane had the highest selling comic books ever, and they were breaking records, okay, with their comic book sales, which was not the industry. It was these specific artists and talents that people really latched onto, right? What they reached was, just like the economy, it was a bull market, okay? And then it dipped. So now it's been in a dip for a while now, and they're trying to point to the fact that it's because it's woke, instead of noticing the fact that this is what comics goes through.
Yeah, and
it's constantly going up and down.
In the age of social media, more people were on
Digital,
TikTok and videos in their phones, and the rise of piracy too. Digital comics has created the rise of piracy too.
There's a lot of people that say, "Why am I going to read a comic book? I'll wait for movies." I mean, there's lots of people that are like that. There's lots of people who are MCU fans who do not read comics.
Well, how about the playing dumb about representation? Like they love to say Simu Liu, "Oh, you're the first Asian in an action movie ever," and playing dumb about that, not considering the context.
It's the first all Asian cast,
right? So they're playing dumb.
Yeah,
they're playing dumb,
but they don't consider that.
To dunk on it. They don't use context at all. Look how much Bruce Lee was a trailblazer. He still, even when he was successful, he made the films in his country mostly, or when he had projects, they replaced him for Kung Fu.
Thank you. Exactly. That's what I was going to get to. What they're pointing at, and this is what people who are ignorant of history don't understand is that Kung Fu was Bruce Lee's idea, and they replaced him with Carradine, and it made it a white man. Okay, and the whole show was white people pretty much. That's what they're pointing to. That unless it's a movie, from Hong Kong, okay, if it's an American-made film, usually martial arts movies or movies that are basically like in Asia are not all Asian casts. That's what they're talking about. And remember, these are the same people who complain when there's period pieces in England or wherever. Why are black people there? They weren't any there. That's not historically accurate. Well, guess what? If you're doing a movie about the Mandarin in Asia, it's not accurate if it's white people. I mean, let's be fair here. You got to be consistent with your complaints.
Well,
please.
no, these people came. They were silent when there was so much whitewashing in the history of Hollywood, and now they're out of the woodworks. They can't stand race.
Well, because
bending.
they've been watching that same movie, they gave in that same message is what they've been taught. I'm not going to say all of them are terrible people and that they're all ists and stuff, but. They definitely have a very high tolerance for that type of behavior.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that phrase because me and Yellow use it all the time. That what people
that's why
you
I
calling
got
me
that
racist? No, you have a high tolerance for racism. There's a difference. Yes, I know it still sounds bad.
Well, I got zero tolerance for someone asking for representation or saying they want equality. Yeah.
When the high tolerance means even if you don't think you're racist, when you see other people being racist and you excuse it. Or ignore it because you think this is more important, that's having a high tolerance for racism. It's like, what point does it got to reach before you go, oh, okay, hold on, wait a minute.
You should see some of the people like who watch these videos like from Nudrotic. Like they're like it's they use these dog whistle words like when they're talking about movies and stuff, and they're talking about actresses or actors or stuff, and it's concerning. Like watching.
Can we discuss a little bit of the code language? Here's a few things I picked up that I've noticed over watching their content.
You watch their content?
Yes, I do.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Opinions. Now, sometimes it's opinions, but sometimes they don't like my opinions. Lies. I think a lot of that is sometimes lies just to get into the algorithm. No one wants it. No one wants this content. Not us. Because that's a lie. That no one wants it. That's a bold-faced lie. No one wants weirdo. This is what's replacing with their anyone. Weirdo is a dog whistle, and it's coded language to say anyone. It's used to hate.
No
weirdos,
one wants this,
weirdos.
But if you do, you're a weirdo.
Right.
If you do, you're not like us.
Or normal people. Normal people don't like this. That's the other thing they do to skirt the issue. Normal people, and they decide who's normal and a weirdo.
And if you like it, you're a weirdo.
Okay. I'm not saying contact them. I know the Quarter Pounder does that. Wink, wink. I'm not saying to contact them.
You're not slowing down on your nicknames, are you?
No. Well, that's the comic book kind. That's the comic book. And then attacking fans, hyperbolic attacking fans, and it's anyone in the industry responding to anything at all. That's attacking fans. You have to just sit there and take it. But you're for freedom of speech, right?
Yeah.
You're for freedom of speech, but attacking fans is just really, what is it really? Responding to anyone at all.
Everyone loves freedom of speech until it's used against them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, think about it like this. Social media has this is something that a lot of people don't understand, is that freedom of speech and the First Amendment do not apply on social media at all. So you break the rules of social media, you're gone. It's
freedom of speech does not mean freedom of public consequence to speech.
It's kind of like why our last president got banned from Twitter. He broke the rules and you got the consequences for it. So anyone who says that
and here's the other thing: if they say that, if they say it's like, oh, they're weirdos, most Americans don't feel this way. Look, the election was proven that.
Not normal people don't.
Well, here's the thing. If most Americans don't think that, then what are you scared of? How are you getting canceled if most Americans don't? Why are you scared to talk? Are you saying you don't have freedom of speech in public? You got to worry about how you talk? Why? But there's not that many of them. If you live in this area where, everyone around me doesn't think that, we all this, that. Okay, well, then what are you worried about then?
Inquiring minds want to know. Protecting their identity, which is another. Like,
right, because they want to keep saying the stuff they know is not socially acceptable and have no consequences for it.
Here's some more examples of the Asian hate tapping into that market for clicks. Because are they specifically saying it? No, they could be a little coded, they're just getting into that algorithm. that I'm sure get retweets and push through 4chan and 8chan. I just know it. But here's let me see here. Show you some of the thumbnails. We're not going to watch everyone. Here's Geeks and Gamers.
Oh, there you go. There's the crying face again.
Right.
Boy.
Right. I mean, it's everywhere now. This is the new thing.
God, these whoever makes these thumbnails needs to be fired. These are just trash.
We're not gonna watch all of them. Don't worry.
Hey, Geeks and Gamers, bro.
I gotta answer LDG here. LDG. I will teach freedom of speech 101 because you really don't understand freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is freedom of prosecution by the government for your speech. It is not that the public doesn't like what you're saying. Okay, it doesn't protect you from losing your job because you say things that are not socially acceptable. It's freedom of prosecution, meaning the government cannot imprison you or prosecute you based on your speech. It cannot infringe on your speech by threat of law. That's what freedom of speech means. It does not mean that everyone on Twitter, when you say something dumb, comes after you and say you're dumb.
Thank you, Elmo. Thank you.
So, and also,
I respect
LDG,
these social media platforms to take out the riffraff if they break terms of service. They have a business. They put their terms of service where everyone can see. They want specific contact. They want the advertisers.
And let me say this as well.
They want their rights to not make a cake for a gay couple, right? We have our rights. I shouldn't be able to make a cake for a gay couple if it goes against my beliefs. Okay, well, guess what? If this business doesn't like your speech, do they not have the same right then?
Advertisers don't. Yeah.
Apparently not, according to them.
Nope.
It's just there is plenty of documents explaining how the First Amendment works. If you actually took the time to read any of that, you would understand that what you're saying is complete bullshit, LDG. So take your time and read that, and also take your time and read all the terms of service of all social media platforms, and then you would understand what the First Amendment is. But you don't. So don't come in here acting like
we are going to play the beginning.
I see the difference.
We are going to play the beginning of Arcade because he does the coded language in there, saying no one likes it.
I know I usually try to ignore the chat, but I'll forget it if I don't say it. Just got to answer two things. LDG says that's my interpretation.
LDG, you need to stop.
LDG,
man. Come on.
The first line of the First Amendment is Congress shall make no law. Okay, that is not my interpretation. That's what it is.
Says. That's what it says.
Okay, it's not my interpretation. And the other thing, someone asked me if I said persecution or prosecution. I said prosecution, not persecution. Persecution that's different. It's a whole different word. Prosecution.
All right. Well, and if you like this content, there's some people saying people don't want to watch this, but this is most eyes I've had in a while. I think this is important conversations. H Parts, thank you for the support, brother. I really appreciate it. The only thing I don't like about Shang-Chi is that they said they did not want him to be like Bruce, but the character was a tribute to him. They're saying he doesn't look like Bruce Lee. Is a lot of the videos that I watched today. They're saying he doesn't really have the Bruce Lee look. They're tapping in also to that. There's extreme prejudice even in the Asian community in China and stuff about the way certain people they can be. I'm not saying all the time. They can be superficial and prejudiced against looks. There has been comments about Simu Liu's look, and then they're just tapping into that too because it's a way to hate on it.
Because of course they will.
But thank you, H Barts, for the super chat. We're only going to watch the beginning here, so you can see that they have nuance, no nuance or actual original thought in their bone or body. It's all the same bullshit that started with EVS. That no one buys this content, no one likes it, no one cares. At least not the normal people. Here we go.
Oh, this guy.
He used to be.
I gotta
good,
be honest with you. All these Phantom Menace ones, he's the one that I've really get annoyed by the most.
Yeah,
only because you could tell how much of an act it is.
Oh yeah, because he started out as a genuine guy when I
right.
No. Let me get this across. I absolutely love this guy when he started. I was addicted to every single one of his videos, and then he just got worse and worse and worse. And it's just like, oh god,
the money.
Because he felt the clout. He
had to be Jeremy. He had to be.
So he sold out.
He grew a beard.
His soul, basically.
He grew. No offense, Lunga. You have a nice beard. They have scraggly beards. I think you manscape. They just grow it. It looks disgusting. They all have.
They try.
They
I do have
try.
a little. It
They
doesn't.
try to
I
look
still doesn't
manly.
grow the way I want it to. I get a lot of dead spots right here, but
No, you still look good. You're fine.
All right,
You're
so
fine.
we're not going to watch the whole thing just to get those buzzwords and the coded language in.
I might cry, Max.
did he literally make
So-
about
Is
like
it on?
We told you.
a third of his screen his like links? Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
he
told-
does. He
we
does
We
that.
told you
Yeah.
this was going to happen.
Gosh.
Of
That
course,
is
they're
so
covering
bad.
bounding in the comics. They promote each other constantly.
Yes, I
I
am
got an
liberal.
answer
Thank
for
you.
that. I got
Eric.
an answer for that, by the way.
Yeah, I wouldn't be one.
I don't hear anything, Max.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
we don't. I don't
Oh,
share the
Max,
audio.
Max.
Oh,
job,
hi,
Max.
Boomer.
I shouldn't have said anything. I should let this keep going.
I was like, see. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, come on, Max. I thought you knew better. You've been doing this for a while.
I never know better.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, that music.
Surprised he hasn't changed it. Music's
Oh,
terrible.
Yeah, it's really.
When it
Okay.
comes to MCU phase,
What are you talking about, Eric?
I am proud.
Because
Thank
we're-
you,
People
thank you
here
for
are
that.
white.
Thank
Because
you
we're-
for that.
We're
Thank you for that L
criticizing.
word. I love it.
Oh my
We're
god.
criticizing grifters that are fear mongering, and when there's nothing there, there's no proof yet, Eric.
Thank you.
Where's
Thank
the
you,
proof?
Eric. Hey, Eric, thank you. Thank you for calling me that L word because I am exactly that. Anyway, let's get to this.
I voted for
Oh,
Trump in
this is funny.
2016. So what's your point?
I guess only some of us.
I
can
am,
say is
Eric.
we
Thank
told
you. I see
so.
that. Thank
We told you that this would happen. As soon as Marvel and Kevin Feige specifically started pushing identity politics
Oh my
and virtue
God.
signaling ahead of quality storytelling.
What
You
do you-
knew that
I
this
might
was
throw
going to
up.
happen. You
It's
knew
the same
that-
buzzword. Yeah, how's he know?
It's the same
can't
buzzwords
even-
he said last time.
No,
man.
it's the
Didn't you say
same.
that last video too?
Yes, he said that every video.
This is exactly what I told you was going to happen. Okay.
No,
Thanks,
told we were going to happen. This is the lies that started with EVS. EVS, I think that EVS now this is speculation opinion. I think he talked to too many of these websites and complaining about his coworkers and gave them info like bounding in the comics. He's so tight with these groups.
EVS cares about one thing.
Right. Himself.
EVS.
Oh boy.
Right.
That's all he cares about.
No,
and you know
so
what?
My
I'll give him
opinion is-
credit for that. He's a businessman. Okay, he's made no bones about that. Like he doesn't pretend to be here like just for the people. You know what I mean? Like Phantom Menace channels are. At least he's on it. He's a businessman. He's like, I'm trying to sell a product here. You know what I mean? So I mean, he's somewhat honest about that. I'll give him that.
So we won't watch too much of this, but
everything that they have done with this franchise.
No one buys it.
And MCU Phase 4, in a lot of ways, looks to be dead in the water.
Oh, here you go.
This is
How?
one outlier, which we will talk about in this video.
God, he
But
doesn't-
the focus is going to be Shang-Chi, because Shang-Chi, when it came out, or when we saw what it was going to be, when we saw the first trailers, it looked like one of the most uninteresting things
Oh my God.
imaginable.
How can
It
he
also
say
looked like they were
that?
clearly-
Oh,
That's
my
opinion.
God.
No,
I would literally call bounding into comics a YouTube version of QAnon. Of course, they're going to keep going to that. Okay,
Oh
because
my
anybody who's
God.
into all conspiracy theories all points to these articles from these like alt. When I say alt, I don't mean alt right, guys. Alternative news medias that are not credible media sources. You know what I mean? They're just bloggers basically that
from
became big and
Cock.
people. You know, right. They're not credible news sources, and if you check them, like when they tell you a story, if you've ever gone and tried to source it, you cannot find any source of this stuff.
there's
they're
absolutely
doing.
no sources on any of those stories. That's
Okay,
ridiculous.
because like I do that even like with CNN or any mainstream media. When they talk about stuff, I source it, and at least they have. If you can disagree with their narratives, but at least they have their sources, and you can read what the source comes from. If it comes from Reuters, or it comes from AP, or it comes
Well, they
whatever,
twist
you know what I mean?
it. They twist it sometimes, but they don't twist it as bad as say Bound in the Comics does.
Right.
or
But
how
at least
Fox
you can
does.
source it
You
and
can,
try
you
to
can find
read
what
through.
they're actually talking about and see.
Right.
Okay, is that actually true, or are they just bullshitting?
Right.
Usually,
You can find a narrative.
most
at
of the
least.
time it's real, but most of the time it is bullshit. So it's like it's back and forth. But
Right. Those at least have there's a basis of truth to them outside of their narrative building. But these stories, like in Bounty Comics, there's nothing but narrative. There's no source material to show where the story come from. It's just narrative.
it's just what they say is correct,
Yeah.
and then they believe.
Yeah.
it. It's just
I want to show you something before we get to the main event is the Nimrodic. But I want to show you this, Lunga. Now it's the right to make a meme, right? But based on world events, it's extremely bad taste to do this, and it's talk about fear mongering. This is proof of fear mongering that Faye Valentine is a Burke. They're making a joke that it's like it's the right to make a joke like that, but this shows you what type of audience and the low hanging fruit to criticize what poor people in Afghanistan are having to go through right now, where women may have to cover up like this and talk about fear mongering, hyperbolic, and straw manning.
They don't want their right to freedom of speech. They don't want their right to freedom of speech. They want their rights to be assholes. That's what they want. They want the right to be an asshole. And you know what? People have a right to be an asshole. But guess what? When you're an asshole, you're not free from fucking criticism.
Right. So, I mean, what's your thoughts on this, Lunga? I mean, this extremely hyperbolic.
Dumb.
She's still sexy.
Dumb.
Yes.
Dumb. She looks good in it. She's wearing, I'm sorry, for lack of a better word, she's still wearing fuck me boots on top of, spandex or tights or whatever it is. Her shirt does stop above her belt line. There is a bit of belly showing, and guaranteed if she lifts her arms, that shirt's going to come up to here. Mm-hmm. Okay? Yeah, she's covered up. And I guess the biggest faux pas, if anything, maybe is the jacket. Maybe the jacket is a bit much. Does she need the jacket?
Oh,
how's that narrative for you, Eric?
Well, Cast Graphics, please say in the chat, I believe you said you saw it already, a screener. Please tell everyone how great it is in the chat, your honest opinion. In downtown Seattle, Shang-Chi is pretty much sold out.
Yeah.
Where'd that narrative go, Eric?
Yeah. Oh, man. Have you been reading his comments, man?
The clothes. People say, it has to be believable. If you do this, it's not believable to me. It's not believable. But your belief is they wear the same fucking outfit every day of their lives, right?
Yeah.
That's your belief. They never change their clothes. For it to be real for you, they never change their clothes.
The creator was okay with it.
Like, what is that thumbnail? Like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, this is where you...
Oh, Lord.
I mean, but it does tap into the actual bad viewer or people on the internet. It makes extremely... This is actual is on the internet love this shit. I'm sure it passes through 4chan and 8chan.
Again, with the crying
what people don't understand
I don't
anime.
Get that. Like, what is that shit?
They must toss it around.
Anime is a very specific genre that literally they draw women overly sexualized as a point of the of the manga. It's
not going to translate well over
That's
time.
what they do, which is fine. I like it. I enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's cool. I get it. But yeah, that's the anime, and it doesn't mean a live action is gonna, yes, like you said, translate that way. You know what I mean? Also, I gotta be honest with you, it's cool animated, but if I saw an actual live action woman running around in that clothes trying to do those stunts,
distracting.
Not distracting, it wouldn't feel real to me. It'd feel weird.
Right.
Okay, let's be honest.
Over the top.
That top she has. Okay, I know people are saying that put a sports bra. Stop. That top she has. Okay, there's no way she can even do a jumping jack, let alone any other action scene without her tits flying out.
This is live action to compared to an anime. It's different.
An actual bounty hunter isn't going to be out bounty hunting in that outfit.
Right.
Okay.
They're not going to get the job
It's
done.
something you do in a cartoon. You can't really do in live action, you know?
Well, here's Eric. Google Trends says no one excited. You're fake news, bro. Fake news. Where are you getting that from? Or sometimes algorithms tell you what you want to hear and what you're searching for.
Google.
Well, are you like trending in like the middle of Russia or something?
A lot of people, Matt Jarbo said, and I'm sure Lunga can corroborate that Twitter
the Google
gives you trends that you search for. So it only gives you your echo chamber of trends.
Yeah. Google does.
But they don't
after a while, Google
that
starts to cultivate it. Yeah, it starts to cultivate to your search patterns.
Right. So you're conflicted in you may be your algorithm may be compromised with bullshit of lies.
Well, the Google Trends thing is the exact same talking point that the Nerdrotic and the Phantom Menace use. The Google Trends thing. It's so stupid. Go look on Twitter. Go look anywhere else, dude.
Twitter's the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Layla, I'd like to have you on the show sometime. I know you like to do this type of content. Hit me up on at Mad Max Movies 1 if you'd like to be on the show in the future. But let's get to this video. Let's do a reaction to this.
Oh no, I
see-
hate Gary so much.
Because
just calling it Asian Black Panther is insulting.
Yes, exactly.
Just the title is insulting.
Thank
because
you.
what is Black Panther? Why are you bringing Black Panther into
Black
this?
Panther is successful. Like, what the hell are they even?
Successful and almost universally loved.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm
love that.
glad you caught that, Lunga, because I was going to bring that up too. Putting that together again, tapping into the hate.
Because I don't think I saw many anti-Black Panther videos when it came out. Did they? I didn't think they made many.
Yeah, there
Well,
were.
I think the reason they did that is because they could.
Oh, this is the first black-led movie ever, which is not what they were saying. It's again.
Not at all.
They never said that. They weren't positioning this movie as Asian Black Panther.
They
said
down
predominantly, almost entirely all black cast. That's what's
in front of and behind the scenes. Everyone, as many
like,
people.
What do you mean that one villain? He was like Australian, right? He was like a white guy as well.
There's two white guys,
and then there's Martin Freeman.
And Martin Freeman's character.
Yeah, those are pretty much the only two, I believe.
Oh, here's cast graphics, and thank you, man. I got it. Listen, Cass, I like screeners too.
Hey man, you got some extra tickets, bro.
I am going to pay my ticket though. I want to make it. I want to give it its money. Cast graphics says if you like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, you will love Shang-Chi. Okay, cool.
Nice.
All right, let's get to this video. Let's see what everything we can pick up here. Because I also think he does the opinion coded thing where he's actually talking out of his ass. He doesn't really think it looks horrible. They say, "Oh, this trailer doesn't look amazing at all," or "It looks so boring."
To have worst opening weekend ever for Marvel Cinematic Universe film. Marvel Studios and Disney upcoming Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings starring Simu.
Does he really need them Coke bottle fucking glasses?
Yeah, go back.
No. That's mocking the name. That's another thing that's done as is like very immature.
His name is wrong.
Right, you wouldn't do that to someone that you respect. That's another way to show a little slight disrespect, little immature behavior, juvenile. You know,
the guy has gray in his beard. He's grown up.
Hey, slow down with the gray in the beard, because I got lots of gray in my beard. Matter of fact, there's more in my beard than there is anywhere else.
No, Longa, your beard looks a lot better.
Yeah. You got a little bit. It's not bad.
Little bit, quite a bit.
We gotta have a beard off. All right, thanks, George. We'll see you later.
See ya.
Let me see.
All right, let's get to it here. Reverse film. Marvel Studios and Disney upcoming Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings starring Simu Liu, who is quickly becoming the male Brie Larson. And
what?
Losing brain cells.
Well, they also like to throw out this thing to hate on Awkwafina, saying she uses black scent. Now, there is an argument there.
I don't care about that. He called Simu Liu the next Brie Larson. How?
Right. Oh,
yeah. He is not out there. He is not out there making all these speeches and shit like she was. He made one comment when they were talking about the release, and he made one comment about how, you know what? No, we're gonna kick ass. It's the first Asian movie. We're out. We're here. We're gonna kick ass. That's all he said, dude.
Yeah.
Does he not have a right? You say you have a right to be proud of being white, right? Doesn't he have a right to be proud to be Asian?
Yeah. And of his own movie, and that's non-experiment, like the CEOs are saying.
That's not acceptable. Remember, that's what he's saying.
No. You only can be proud of your race if you're white. That's it. No one else can. Be proud of their race.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's neurotic.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even get through the video. Thank you, guys.
I don't want to watch that.
I'm not sure.
Don't sleep.
Wait. Here's the talking
and
about
Awkwafina. Will she be bringing her black scent with her? I'm not sure.
Do they call Eminem black scent?
Right, exactly. Great point.
Is Eminem black scent? Is all the white people that grow up in black neighborhoods who speak that way black scent? Is that black scent for them too?
No.
What the hell?
I don't know.
What the hell happened to my?
Was Sacha Baron Cohen's Ali G character?
Oh, Ali G was hilarious.
Yeah.
I loved Ali G.
Good days.
All right, I gotta play. My something's happening with my internet here. Hold on.
No, I think just your computer doesn't want you to watch any more of this. It can't handle it.
Saggy.
It's giving you the
Saggy's
here.
Oh,
this bitch.
Hi, Saggy.
I literally am sitting here in chat losing brain cells. This is
Yes,
insane.
we know.
No, this is
I
what's
know.
popular.
You don't have many to spare, Saggy. So
Shut up, Lunga. I heard you're only 5'2". Apparently, I can kick your ass.
Well, this is,
No.
they say she's a hypocrite because she wants to talk, because she does this.
It was one character in
I'm
one
sorry,
movie.
It's not even the main character. Like, God,
It's more like a lifestyle, I think, than an actual impersonation of
I'm
a
pretty
race.
sure she grew up
Yeah.
talking this way with friends around her. Okay,
Right,
doing an Asian accent they were talking about is something different. She doesn't
it's false
try to speak with a black
fluency.
accent. It's most likely how she's talked because that's what she grew up around.
She's kind of
but
born in that area in New
purposely
York,
doing
wasn't she?
an Asian accent is to her insulting because it's like what,
So they basically the argument she does it. Why can't we mock Asians?
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Weebs, anime fans, legit mimic and appropriate Asian culture all the freaking time. Why don't they ever get called out?
Oh,
Why don't
hold on.
they ever get called
Hold
out?
this. Put that back up. Put that back up. Saggy, did Echo not say in your chat that he has not supported Disney since Rise of Skywalker?
Wow.
I don't know.
Oh shit!
Oh, there goes that narrative again. There goes the narrative again.
I don't know.
I think we just
Mic
caught,
drop.
Here's
Echo Base
thing.
slipping.
No. He said he wasn't gonna pay. They said they weren't gonna pay for it.
He says, "I have not." His words were, "I have not supported Disney since Rise of Skywalker."
Yeah, meaning pay
If
for
this is
it.
at the if this is only at the
Saggy-
theaters,
Saggy
how is he
doesn't
going to
matter.
see it?
Don't saggy nothing because I still see things that I've watched Loki. I don't freaking. I
Oh,
watch
okay.
Loki
So
on
he's advocating torrents. Then he's advocating.
Either way, you're still
Oh,
engaging with the
Watch your watch
product.
party.
Oh wow, he's a.
There you go.
wow.
Okay, so you're advocating torrents. Gotcha, Echo. Okay.
Nice one there.
Just because, okay, but you wouldn't, Nick. I love you, man. I love you, man.
Don't
But
try to put this on that on.
no,
that. Don't even try to spin it.
but I want to ask him a question. Okay, but if it was someone that you supported online or Comicsgate, would you torrent that? No, it's only opposing opinion. So you're kind of interested, but you won't support it. I'm just asking the question.
Well,
there
say-
is a connection here with piracy and hate.
If I may
Yeah.
for a second, I just want to say this. I think Ray Fisher, love him or hate him, whatever you think about him, put it best. Whether you pirate or not, you're still engaging with the product and giving it views. You're still discussing it.
No, hold on.
I'm not.
Yes,
I'm
you
not.
are.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are. What do you?
No,
what do you-
because here's the
Yes,
thing. You guys
yes,
are telling
yes,
people.
you
You're
are. What
telling
are you-
people. Pause. You're telling people how to not support. And they're like, if I don't want to support.
Oh no,
something,
no,
that means
no.
I don't want to pay for it. But if
No,
I'm
no.
at my friend's house and they're watching it, I'm gonna watch it. Am I supporting it?
No.
But at the
I'm
same
not
time,
saying.
you're telling
I'm not
them
saying.
They're
No.
trying to.
Hold
No,
on.
I see what you guys are trying to do. Don't fuck.
No. You're misunderstanding. When people want to be these virtuous, virtual signaling people and like, don't support them, don't do this, don't do that. But I'm going to watch
But
them
Echo Base
download a
doesn't do
torrent
that.
so
But
I can
Echo Base
talk about
doesn't-
it on my
but Echo Base
stream.
doesn't do that.
Then but he's literally going to do that. He
said
just
no,
said he's
they
going to do
don't
that.
do
What are you
that,
talking
though.
about?
They don't.
He
do that,
literally
though.
just said he's going to do that.
No, they don't
They-
do that though. They don't make content. Here's the thing. This is how I know you guys are very being ignorant right now. You don't watch Echo Base Network. Guess what? I do. They
I
don't make
have.
that content. But they don't
Saggy,
make that content.
stop
They
acting
don't
like
make
I
that
haven't watched
content.
them
Okay,
because I
calm
did
down.
know
Clearly you
him.
haven't,
I've
because
known
they don't make that
him.
content. Well, then you know
I've
they
known
don't
him
make that
since when
content.
me and Max were streaming
Then
together.
you know
So
they don't make that kind of
yeah.
content. You know
No,
they don't make
not-
that kind of content.
They don't make that kind of content. But my issue, I agree with you there, Saggy. My issue there was saying that he won't pay for it. Now, I'm not getting into the whole anti-piracy. I like to support creators and companies. But if you do it only for a political agenda, I have an issue with it because you're damaging the company just because there's someone making it that you're kind of interested on the opposite political spectrum. But then if someone you agree with, you're going to pay for it. Yeah.
I understand what you guys are saying, but my whole point was you guys were trying to apply that to Echo Base. Echo Base doesn't make that
Hold on.
type of content.
Slow
though.
down. I never said he was making content like Kindle. I never said that. I never said that.
That's what it came.
I
off as
said
spoiled.
no. You're trying to assume based on what I said. I said very clearly. He said he doesn't support Disney, but yet he's still going to watch it through piracy and other means. He's still going to do that. That has
But
nothing
I
to do
don't
with what
think
kind
he
of
would
content
do.
he
I don't
makes.
think he would do that to anyone he supports. Like,
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Neurotic, Geeks and Gamers.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, but why say? Why take this virtuous stance of
'Cause
I'm not
I'm
giving them my
against that.
money if you're gonna watch it anyway? That's the part that makes no sense to me.
It's different.
That's basically saying, you know what, this actually is kind of good, but I don't want to spend any money on it because I don't want to support it.
I'm saying that they're not. I'm saying that they're not preaching that to their audience, saying, "Oh, we're not." That's what I'm saying. Like the way they choose
Midnight's
to deal
edges,
with it,
but they are. Right.
But they're not doing that. They're not telling people to not watch something because they're not buying it or whatever. They can still watch it if they however they want, but they're not preaching.
Sure, but I never insinuated that.
I just think that I just think it's a slippery slope though, because I feel like whether you pirate or not, you're still supporting it in some way. You're still engaging with the product and discussions or not. They don't care. Like Game of Thrones is popular and that got pirated too.
I don't like this selective piracy. That's a different argument to try to damage people with a different opinion because everyone says, "Oh, they don't like our opinions." I don't like that.
Do you want me to be perfectly honest? And I'll be perfectly honest. Okay. So you get what I'm saying. It's disinfucking-genuous. Okay? Because when you make videos, I'm sorry, Echo does. When you make videos talking about how bad of a company Disney is, and you talk about how they're horrible, people shouldn't give them their money, they're a horrible company, this and that. But then on a down low, you're going to watch something because you're like, oh, this actually may be good. So you're going to pirate it just so you can keep your level of, I didn't pay for it. Argument. It's disingenuous. It's disingenuous. You want to know what being genuine is? Being genuine is, you know what? This movie, I really don't think I'm gonna like it, so I'm not gonna support them with this money. But this movie actually looks pretty good, so I'll spend the money on it.
No, bro.
Across the board, I'm not supporting Disney, even if a bunch of stuff they're making is good, because some stuff isn't that I didn't like.
Bro, here's the thing. If I have a sub shop, right? And people decide they don't want to pay for my subs, so instead they opt out into stealing it. Guess what? Now I can't pay to keep my business running. You're not supporting.
Are you really comparing a sub shop to Disney? You think his $12 is going to make a damn difference when this movie makes almost $1 billion?
But I'm just saying overall, when it comes to support, money is how you support. Sorry, this whole thing about like piracy. So money is how you support, because money keeps the businesses going. And yes, Disney has a lot of money, so yes, his $12 don't mean shit.
Great.
But overall, if he still wants to watch it, but he doesn't want to pay for it, I don't consider him supporting it. Sorry. Great. And I know he's saying we don't tell people not to support. You don't have to overtly tell people not to support. But answer this, Echo. How many times have you said on air that Disney is a shit company and they make shit movies? How many times have you said that? Just be honest. Be honest with yourself. How many times have you said that? And if your listeners listen to that, they're going to say, yeah, that's right. Fuck Disney. But then you're going to go watch it pirated. It's disingenuous. Instead of being
Echo,
like,
you know that's bullshit.
Even being like even keel about it and saying, you know what, I hate what they did to Star Wars. I hate what they did to Star Wars with the movies.
Yeah,
doing great with Mandalorian, but I hated what they did with Rise of Skywalker, with Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. I hated it, but I'm not gonna sit here and say, fuck them. I'm not gonna spend any money on them because they're a horrible company and make people believe that, but then pirate a movie. I mean, it's disingenuous. Again, you are perfectly capable to do
if you like whatever you want. Go sub them.
You're able to do whatever you want with your money, obviously. And no one's telling you how to spend your money. But when you're a YouTuber and you have a platform and you take a stance on a regular basis about how this company is shit and you influence people to follow your lead on this company is shit, because that's what you're doing as a YouTuber, but then go pirate the movie, it's disingenuous. I'm sorry, it is. So do you understand what I'm saying now, Saggy? I'm not saying the things you're saying. I'm just saying it's disingenuous, and it is.
We are a little crazy. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, I've been told that a lot, but anyway, it's okay.
I think we'll move on from Nick. He doesn't want to support Disney. There's lots of people that don't want to support.
Yeah,
Disney.
And that's fine.
I don't like to do it. Just I don't want to interpretate what you're saying, Nick, but I kind of interpret it for political reasons based on the people making this content. But maybe I'm wrong there, so I will apologize if I'm wrong there. Let's get back to the video, and then we have some movie topics to discuss too. All right, hold on a second here. Oh shoot!
Good job, Max.
By the way, that's Marvel's Katie, is expected to have the worst opening weekend ever for a Marvel Cinematic Universe film. Box office tracking website Box Office Pro predicted earlier this month that Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. By the way, the Ten Rings has nothing to do with Shang-Chi.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
Obviously from Iron Man lore because they can't use the villain
Cast
that they
graphics
originally
like
used,
Silanga.
Fu Manchu, because I don't think
Just
China
give it
would
time, you'll hate me
appreciate that
soon.
very much. Just so you know, though, those comics.
the
were
hell
great.
is this
Jim
video?
Starlin art.
What?
Paul
Well,
Rudd,
it uses little things to make it a little mock Asians a little bit. In my interpretation, my opinion, little clips.
It's dog whistling to racist is what this video is already.
Yeah.
You can see.
I'm
You
not
can
sure.
see in the
His
video.
art was brilliant as well. It was basically Bruce Lee, the comic book, and they got a guy who looks more like
See?
Oh my god!
Wow.
What a
CCP,
piece of
whatever he's
shit.
called. The chairman.
Fuck you, Gary.
Yeah, he doesn't look
Fuck
like Bruce
you.
Lee.
Oh wow, I've never heard RJ say that.
Whoa.
That's just being a piece of shit right there, dude. Fuck Gary.
It's gotten worse. Neurotic's gotten worse.
Really just do what I think he did?
Yeah, there's.
Yep.
This is Matt
Oh my God,
was
it's like
not
this is-
lying.
What we've been saying for
The Legend of Ten
months
Rings is
now.
only expected to have an opening weekend between 35 million and 55
But he has
million.
X-Ray
Tell you
Girl
what,
as an
whatever
employee,
opening
so-
weekend it has, it's going to take a giant steaming dump the second weekend. Unless, of course, it's an absolute triumph. If it's an absolute triumph and I go see it, and it is, I will tell you.
Okay,
I will
he's
eat my
feeling
Oh,
own.
here's my
You know
out.
what?
Here's my
It
out.
wasn't-
Here's my out. Here's my out. In case it actually does make money,
In
and
case
what I'm
it-
saying is a bunch
yeah.
of bullshit.
In case
I don't have to say I'm wrong.
But isn't he right 100% of the time? That's what he's been telling me all the time.
Well, when you flip flop like that, you're always right.
He really
yeah.
went
You can't
there,
play
bro.
both ways.
Let's
You can't play
watch the
both
whole.
ways.
Let's watch the whole video. Should
I don't know if
speed it
I
up,
want.
or-
I don't
No,
want.
I don't know if I want to either.
Dude, this
Holy
is
no.
he's
shit,
just
dude.
extremely
Absolute triumph.
like
I just have a
insensitive
feeling
at it.
that's not going to happen, but I got to keep an open mind in these things. If this prediction
Oh.
holds, Shang-Chi will have the worst opening
It's like I
weekend
gotta
in the
keep an
MCU
open
ever.
mind is
The current
hilarious.
holder of that title is Universal's The Incredible Hulk, starring Edward Norton and Liv Tyler. That was released back in 2008. The Incredible Hulk had an opening of 55.4 million. However, if you factor in inflation, the opening weekend box office was 70
Was that an
million
actual
in
viewer that he just showed there? I'm
$2021.
sorry.
Not only is Shang-Chi predicted to have the worst opening weekend in
Did
the
he
Marvel
show one of his
Cinematic
viewers
Universe
there?
history, man.
Oh, that was Edward Norton in American History.
Really
X.
pushing
No,
that.
if you did this in China, if you saw
Go
that,
get him, John. But it's predicted to
that,
be the worst performing MCU film at the domestic box
Like,
office
what is
for
this?
its
What is this?
entire run in theaters. Box office
Asian
Pro
baby,
predicted
by the
films
way.
will earn between
Jesus
100 million and
Christ.
165 million. Looking at the top end, if Shang-Chi
Why
earns
did he have to use a
165 million,
bunch
the
of
only
Asian
film it would
people,
best
dude?
would be the
It's very clickable for a certain type of audience online.
Hey, I guess he's going
This
all
is-
Asian
okay,
with his
Let me
videos.
just say this. This is like
Asian Black Panther.
This has been going on for years now. It's like this isn't anything new with them. It's just we're more aware of it now. I'm more aware of this, and it's like it's almost concerning how I watch these videos and I like was thinking like, oh, this isn't that bad, and now I look back and I'm like, holy crap, they've been doing this for years now, and they're not stopping, and it's getting ridiculous.
Oh, Grand Wizard Gary. Oh, I mean,
Oh
no. Echo Base. I think X-Ray Girl. He employs X-Ray Girl. That doesn't mean he can't be prejudiced. People are married. That doesn't mean they're married to women. It doesn't mean they're not misogynists. That means that they're. This is what I say to
It's
you.
dog
Echo Base.
whistling content.
Well, this is what I. That's what I to say to you is that they should be even more ashamed of themselves if they are married to women and they treat women bad, or they know minorities and they're so prejudiced and want to mock minorities. We all know the truth.
Listen, I'm not going to call. Hold
It's
on.
not
I'm not
funny.
going to call him racist.
I said prejudice. Let's stop saying the S word.
Well, this is what I'm
together.
saying.
Prejudice.
Well, I'm saying I'm not going to call. I'm not going to label him anything, but this is very, very bad. Like looking at this
Very
video,
dumb.
the way, like it's just really very.
The people
like,
that find this
it's
humorous are
deftone.
disgusting.
It
Yeah,
is very
tone deaf.
deftone.
Tone deaf, yeah.
Tone deaf, whatever.
Deftone?
Holy
What? The
crap.
Deftones? We're going to music. We're going to music now.
I love that new
No,
album.
I'm just like shocked that the clip he just played earlier. Like
every
holy
time I
crap.
show Saggy something, she's shocked. This is the type of people
Come
that.
here,
This
dude.
is like literally the people that like these people are trying to defend.
All right, let's
They're
do-
trying to defend this type of content. Which
Let's
I think
do our
is
due diligence and
ridiculous.
finish the video.
Incredible Hulk, which grossed 134.8 million at the domestic box office. However, if you factor in inflation, it gets handily beaten by the Incredible Hulk.
I even think something about showing that Edward Norton as American History X raising his eyebrows. I'm sorry.
They're like Echo. Just because
as for why Shang-Chi's opening weekend and total gross numbers are so poor, well, it looks boring as hell.
He's absolutely lying there. He's absolutely lying there. Opinions, quotation marks. He's lying.
He's disguising his opinions.
I have a question. What did Black Widow make opening weekend?
Well, do you believe he's being genuine there? I know it's our opinion. I don't think it could say looks boring as hell.
I have no interest in Shang-Chi, to be honest with you. But that's just because
boring as hell? If you're in the comic book movies, like
I don't know much about Shang-Chi to care. That's why. That's my
reason. But as you'll see it.
Rise in severe virus cases and hospitalizations among the unvaccinated.
Here it goes.
And the vaccinated population, too. However, blaming the poof doesn't really make sense when the CEO of Live Nation is claiming that live concert tickets are being sold out faster than ever. Yep. Michael Rapino said during the company's first quarter financial call in May, fans are buying tickets and events are selling out faster than ever. He added, we're just seeing demand beyond any other historical moment. Garth Brooks just this morning broke the Ticketmaster record. Yeah, people love that dude. I'm perplexed by that, but
hold on, can you pause real quick for a second? I want to make a point. Aren't most of these concerts tickets that are being sold for outdoor venues anyway, not indoor theaters with poor ventilation?
That's true.
Just saying.
It also depends on the state. Every state's different.
Some states you have to require vaccination proof or negative test.
Right.
Or whatever.
Anzo is in Canada, and he can't go see Shang-Chi because on December 1st in Canada you have to be vaccinated to go to any.
Yeah, he's in Quebec, right? So yes, Quebec has to have a vaccine passport through the phone.
I mean Gary is right in that point. That could actually impact sales. People do not want to have to show, they have strong opinions.
Again, it hasn't really been passed in the U.S. Some state, New York is the only one I think so far, or in L.A. maybe. But nationwide, it's still not like that.
I think it's really crazy that they're even going to ask for vaccination cards, because isn't that like a HIPAA violation? So they have to probably find a workaround to do that.
No, it's not true. It's not your medical history.
Like HIPAA.
But if they ask,
HIPAA's like too like.
It's like those athletes being asked by those athletes in football being asked by the press, are you vaccinated? They think it's a violation of privacy. It's not the case.
You have a right.
Well, I'm talking about the card to show like medical documents.
They have a right to ask for your medical history.
If that's illegal, kids cannot enter a public school, cannot start schooling if they don't get their vaccine as babies. You have to show those medical records.
Yeah.
Before you can register them to school.
It's the HIPAA.
There is a precedent for this.
You can't give other people's out like say a family
medical
member
information,
calls.
right?
You can ask the person directly, and they can decide if they want to or not.
Side note. Gary has a very amazing beard. I just wanted to.
I like his beard. That's the only thing I like about him.
He has a very nice beard.
It's very ZZ Top.
I like it though. It's very hip.
You go get it. What I missed, while Las Vegas was devoid of any international tourists, Vegas looked packed. Like, there was a lot of people there. Deadline reports Brooks sold over 50,000 tickets in less than 30 minutes for his upcoming.
He's trying to make an argument about vaccination and like COVID not being a big deal to hold people back, basically.
Yeah, I think GNR sold out in LA or got close, and those tickets were ridiculously expensive. And like I said, a lot of people are hitting the road. Traffic is back in Southern California. And as I said in my last video, I was sitting in empty theaters, but my Home Depot is not empty. Lowe's isn't empty. My grocery store isn't empty.
People need stuff there.
Because those are necessities. They're not entertainment. Are you Nimrod?
On top of that, Black Widow.
Are you really comparing going to the grocery store to get food to live?
Whoa. Wow.
This is the audience.
Wow.
Boobies.
Wow.
Why is there an 80 on the boobies?
That's a good question.
Wait, is that ScarJo?
Yes.
That's why, because they made 80 million opening weekend.
Okay, but then they cropped the video to concentrate on their boobs.
Yeah. No. Look at this. Look at this. I know. There is a reason for this. What he's saying is it made 80 million opening weekend because it's ScarJo and she's hot. That's what he's saying with this.
This
is a visual thing. He's saying it made $80 million because, of course, she's hot. People are going to go see the movie.
Yeah, you guys were talking when they were zooming on the boobs. Shut the hell up when there's boobs on the screen. Jesus.
I mean, God, she's got this very thick shirt on. It doesn't matter.
It matters.
I'm still okay with it. Yeah, there's been way.
Half chub before you guys start talking.
That was good for the 6th worst opening weekend for a Marvel Cinematic
Well, this is the other thing that bothers me.
God, pandemic numbers.
They laugh about things failing. No real fan is going to cheer on failure. No real fan.
He needs to shut the hell up because, first of all, it made $80 million box office in the U.S. It made another $60 million on Disney Plus, and then with the worldwide take, opening weekend was $215 million, buddy.
But he doesn't want to cover that.
Well, this is how disgusting
leave out the important parts, guy. Okay, that's still a lot of money for a pandemic area where there's still, even if you don't care about going out, there are millions of people who are scared to go out, Gary. Okay.
Yeah. Talk about shill. Look how much he's shilling towards things failing. Look how excited he is to say it's going to be a flop. It's going to be. No real fan wants things to be bad. What real fan wants things to be bad?
That beard is sexy.
Okay.
Hey, isn't that a Pixar character behind him? That's Disney.
Awesome. Still, Ant-Man and Wasp. I'm sorry, that's the Wasp and Ant-Man. Captain America: First Avenger, criminally underrated movie. Captain America: First Avenger, top 3 Marvel film. You can't even change my mind. You can't, because it's top 3 Marvel film. However, if you factor in inflation, the only film it beat was The Incredible Hulk. Aside from the pandemic, Box Office Pro also points out the fact that Shang-Chi isn't a well-known character. That's true. They know Shang-Chi himself isn't generally...
Okay, they made success of unknown characters before. Guardians of the Galaxy, remember that? Yeah. So
Ant-Man.
Wait, what was
this? Is this Marvel and MCU? Is this Marvel and MCU hate going to backfire?
The character doesn't matter. The character doesn't matter.
But here's the thing, too. This isn't funny. He's trying to be funny, interspicing with footage.
His audience loves this shit.
It's not funny. It is to them.
No,
it's
not.
Eric, they're aware. Thank you.
Known beyond that message diehard fan circles. Quite frankly,
it changes nothing.
Done jack shit with the character since he ended his run back in the early 80s. They also point to the fact that the film is releasing on Labor Day weekend, where many people are accustomed to using a final opportunity for a vacation or break from the full-fledged return to work or school in the fall, which doesn't really play out because here in California, school starts in August now. Finally, they point to major cities like New York City requiring vaccination passes that could potentially hinder some of the family audience that would typically.
But again,
it can.
But again, he's admitting that the reasons this movie may not open as high is not due to any faults of the film itself.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's blaming on the virus.
He won't share that later on.
For Marvel films, given to all ages appeal, specifically kids under 12 who are not yet eligible for any COOF vaccines if regional governments don't allow.
I gotta love that COOF joke.
In my last video, I mentioned that the logic in Hollywood is if they mandate the COOF passport, that will increase the number of moviegoers because the vaccinated will feel more safe to go to the movie. You heard me right. The vaccinated will feel more safe to go to the movie, saying that if you're vaccinated, you're worried about the person that isn't vaccinated. But the thing is, you're vaccinated. It's supposed to be okay, right? Right.
Okay.
Right.
Can we pause this for a second? I had to look up some stats. I had to look up some stats because I still can't get over this. How he says the only thing it beat was the Hulk. Okay, it made just domestic opening weekend $80 million. International box office, it made $181 million, and it's still not including the Disney Plus of $60 million. Okay, so we're talking $240 million if you include Disney Plus. Let's not include it. Let's just say $180 million, right? Okay, for opening weekend. That beats Incredible Hulk, Ant-Man, Captain America: First Avenger, Thor, Ant-Man and Wasp, Doctor Strange, Thor: The Dark World, Spider-Man: Far From Home, Guardians of the Galaxy. It keeps going and going. The first movie that beats that 80 million is Spider-Man: Far From Home. Mm-hmm. That's just the 80 million. Okay? So it wasn't just the Incredible Hulk, Gary. And that's if we're not counting the Disney Plus stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
and international.
Well, the reason that
it beat about 7 Marvel movies on a domestic opening weekend during a pandemic.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to finish this last part because it comes full circle to show you the circle jerk of influencers, websites, and stuff that all promote each other. One person starts a lie, everyone covers it.
He's pushing this whole like.
Well, he gives major props to Bounding
he's
in the
pushing
comics.
this like you can see it. He's pushing this like anti-vax thing as well. Like
yeah. And I'm not getting into that argument. I say let people decide for themselves. Businesses should be able to decide for themselves too.
Well, let me just.
And they may have insurance reasons that they want.
Yeah. Let me just say this though, is that people sometimes really don't understand what the vaccine actually does. But I'm not going to go into that. So it's just because.
I got my first shot. I got to get my second one 2 days from now.
Nice.
And I waited. I waited because I wanted to see how it affected people first.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm not getting into that argument. I'm not.
I'm all right for now.
I'm not an expert. I'm just an idiot with a microphone who's been kicked out of 3 high schools.
Well, at least he was honest about one thing.
Yeah, hey, thank you for being honest, at least.
Probably, most likely.
I wonder why he was kicked out.
Maybe going to have the worst opening weekend for a Marvel Cinematic Universe film ever.
And that makes him happy. Jackass.
What did he mention? 5
Is he
times
proud of being kicked out of 3 high schools?
I think he is.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know why I got kicked out.
Kind of got
Probably has no idea what he's
But I'm going to criticize people who make millions of dollars and who are creative geniuses.
And are paying for their their school to be an entertainment.
Because I'm smart. Hey, it's because he's smarter than everybody. Okay, he just understands the world more than any educated person would.
Well, I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of dumb educated people. There are. Education doesn't necessarily make you intelligent or wise, should we say? However, we're talking about kicked out of 3 schools, and you're proud of that. Yeah, he was a self-made man. He owned a comic shop and businessman. My uncle did the same thing. My uncle got dropped out of high school, started working on cars as a body man, and he's owned his own body shop for 30 years, and he's successful.
If it does succeed, there's going to be. I don't think Gary's is dumb enough to do the stupid clickbait where they're like, "Oh, that's fake box office results." But I think
he already lied about the box office results. He said it only beat the Incredible Hulk.
They don't.
It made 80 million domestic during a pandemic.
They'll say whatever they need to say to push their own narratives at this point. Even if they end up liking the movie.
We only have 30 seconds left. Let's finish.
We have to.
B, look to him. I say that with all due respect. He just looks like the guy next door. A nice feller. Dude, his pen is like a straight razor. Slices. Hail John F. Trent and Bounding in the Comics, who have provided so many of us.
Bounding in the Comics sucks.
Bounding in the Comics.
I don't think he gets thanked enough, to be honest with you.
I thought he said he doesn't get spanked enough, and I was like, ooh.
All right. I didn't. This was not planned, Max. I guarantee you. I did not want to come on here because I wanted to promote something. Okay. However, because of this shit with Bounding into Comics, because of a lot of this stuff that's just like bad news. Me and a few people. Star Wars Only is going to be a contributor. Palpa Memes. My partner Yellow is going to be on her. But we actually launched a website, which is going to be a nerdy news blog site. It's called onlynerdsonline.com. And we're already. Yeah, I do. We did. Actually, when I was talking about Star Wars Only and stuff,
Only was saying Star Wars Only fans. Yeah.
No, we were throwing our own names, and someone said only nerds. Only nerds was taken.
Oh, really?
So I had to do Only Nerds Online, and we're like, that's a cool, fun name to play around.
That's great.
What the hell is
onlynerdsonline.com. And I already posted a few articles. I did one about the Faye Valentine thing. I did one about fandom today.
Oh, right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's bring up the site. So let's look at it. Share the site. Yeah, for sure. Are you gonna counteract the bullshit?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say counteract because that sounds like an agenda. That sounds like an agenda.
Main focus. That's right. It's not an agenda to do that, but occasionally you might.
Right, but what it is that it's going to be honest reporting. You know what I mean? And not only honest reporting, but also have multiple perspectives. Right? I may have people writing on there who completely disagree with me on a certain take, and they'll post an article maybe on something, and it'll be a completely different, opinion on it. But what do you get then? You'll get a bunch of, varying opinions, not an echo chamber, right?
The heck just happened to comment?
What the hell is that?
What the hell is what?
that?
Yeah, the comment StreamYard.
Got a bot.
Got an OnlyFans account. Let's go.
I tried to block him and it's not letting me. Someone else block him.
Oh my god!
What the hell?
What the hell?
I tried. It wouldn't let me block it on mine. It said error.
Whoa.
And I was looking at that. I was like, whoa. Hopefully there's a mod looking at this.
What the heck? You say something OnlyFans, and then we get a friggin' webcam chat thing bought. Holy shit.
No, someone doesn't.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Someone doesn't like me when I've been covering them. They've only been appearing once I've been covering Nimrodic on the chat. They were here, but last time too.
But yeah, so I mean, I just started a site. It just went live like 2 days ago, so I'm the only one putting articles up right now. But we put a few up there. I don't know if you know Chris. He from Green Zone, Darth Pyron. He's a contributor. Yellow's going to be contributing. Star Wars Only, Palpa memes. And it's going to be covering all different things. So they'll do.
Oh, you do cover the wardrobe controversy.
Yeah. Awesome. That was the article I wrote.
That's great.
But yeah. So. There's an alternative news site, and when I say there's a news site, that doesn't mean people who like bounding in the comics should have to stop it by reading bounding. They can, but you know what? That's the cool thing about reading stuff on the internet, right?
I have to
read multiple things.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but Nick,
no, go ahead.
I wanted to be on there with Midnight's Engine, Saggy, and Cameron Pasha. What the hell, man? I wanted to be on there next time.
You don't get to sit at the cool kids table.
No, I want to tell Cameron a thing or two, and then ask him.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yes.
Behind the doom mask, I'm sure that'll bode well.
No, go check that out for sure.
Yeah. But I'm proud of this. I designed the site. I made the logo.
Of course you did.
Awesome.
Wow, that's a great logo.
I put together.
But make sure Cameron's there, please. At least Cameron.
We call that site Oh No.
Oh no, literally, that was a joke. I was telling the Star Wars Only. I'm like, oh yeah, when we talk about it, we can call it Oh No.
Oh no.
Or can we talk about now DC fandom? I'm not a Snyder. I love Snyder. I love the Snyder Cut. I'm not just a Snyder bro, but I am slightly disappointed with what's being. It's not. It doesn't have that to me like last year did.
The Batman.
It's mainly because not because they're not announcing their Snyderverse continue or anything like that. It's just most of the projects that we're getting are stuff we already know about. Hopefully there'll be a surprise in there. Maybe we'll actually get a Flash trailer. Maybe that'll change my mind.
Well, we're not getting a trailer. We're getting footage. And what footage means to me, it won't even be a teaser. What footage? Again, I could be wrong, but this is what I'm guessing. What we got with Suicide Squad at the last fandom. Remember how we saw those behind the scenes while they were shooting, and they showed James Gunn directing and stuff.
He was in here. I didn't even know you were.
Hey, Goldman!
How long have you been in there?
That's good.
I saw you guys were talking about Ono, so I had to come in.
There you go.
Oh yeah, you're a contributor too, Goldman.
He's gonna. He is. He's gonna be as well.
Awesome.
He's. Yeah. It's we're doing things here. We're doing things.
Goldman's doing it. I might have to do it now too.
Listen, here's the take. Someone who loved The Last Jedi is going to be a contributor, and someone who hates The Last Jedi
we are diversity of opinions.
But Goldman, were you being genuine when you don't really like the Bad Batch?
Yeah, I don't really like it.
I didn't like it until the last 5 episodes got good.
I don't think it's like the worst thing ever. It's not something I would rewatch anytime soon.
Like,
you're not hating
the problem with that show in a few areas is that it's just like a lot of those episodes were filler. Yep. And they were a lot just really basic story stuff, and I'm just like, okay, I think they can do better. But anyway, I need dinner. I need dinner, so I'm gonna.
All right,
y'all later.
Oh, thanks.
See you later.
Thanks for arguing with you all.
I made one video on Bad Batch, and like that's it.
Bye, Sags.
Good night.
But yeah, Max, I hated the Bad Batch.
Oh really? I
couldn't stand it. Omega, kill the bitch. I'm tired of Omega. I'm so sick of her. I didn't like her from the beginning.
No call it Sad Snatch.
Now, when we got to the last 5 episodes or so, it started finally getting interesting because we got away from this fucking Omega storyline.
I didn't. I only watched the first few episodes.
No, that's it. It doesn't get good until you could fast forward. Just go to like the last 5 episodes.
What's your excitement level for DC fandom? Is it the same as last year? Be honest. And this is not okay.
Yeah, because we're gonna get a first look at Flash, which, like I said, is most likely gonna be like that. Just like the Suicide Squad one was, where we had James Gunn like behind the scenes showing, filming of the filming, if you will. So that's most likely what it's going to be. And then the Black Adam, we're gonna get a first look at that, so we'll actually maybe get some set photos rather than just the drawings that we've been getting, and pictures of Dwayne Johnson's
plus, we're
shoulders.
getting a new the Batman trailer, some video games,
Right. New trailer,
Suicide Squad.
Right, new trailer for the Batman, and we're gonna get some stuff about Fury of the Gods.
I am looking forward to that. Yes,
and the animated stuff is gonna be popping, Max. DC Universe animated movies are great, and
it's only 4 hours too, though.
Right, because they don't. Need...
That's good. That's good. Trim the fat. Make it a better.
Yeah, you don't need it. You don't need it.
Are you going to be upset if we don't get some type of surprise announcement, something you didn't?
No,
no.
Because
why does everything have to be a surprise announcement?
Guys, real quick, I just gotta say something on. Black Joker. I don't know if you're still watching. I'm sorry, I accidentally deleted your comment because I was trying to get the bot. So I just realized I did that. So I apologize. I didn't know if
there bots.
Yeah, I was trying to get that bot, and I went
too
high up, and I accidentally deleted somebody's comments. Yeah.
They're going after you, Max.
No, they are. They actually, it's increased since I've done this FNW show and recap show, which Saggy thinks is a bad idea.
Well, no, the title is a bad idea. The title.
It's a recap show.
No, the title's amazing, Max. Don't change the title, please. It's amazing.
Hey, Max, it's your show. You decide.
He
decides. It's Max's show.
Well, I have some. Thank you for sharing. I will check out your articles. I might cover them on the show.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking for people to write. So I mean, if there's anyone,
I'm not a good writer.
We got.
I'm barely a good live streamer.
Well, I actually used to write. I used to write for a website actually.
RJ, RJ.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we're looking for people. If you want to be a contributor, more than welcome. The more writers, the more articles. So.
Shang-Chi 2. Marvel already has plenty of sequel ideas. They're really feeling that flop. I think it's going to be a running.
It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
I think it's going to do best records of the post-pandemic.
I don't think it'll beat Black Widow.
I think so.
Every movie in the MCU gets a sequel
because it's a brand new character to not a lot know about. It is groundbreaking in representation in front of and behind the camera. And it has, he can only go up from here. Like, he kind of knew what was going to happen to Black Widow somewhat. It wasn't as exciting because he knew her fate.
No, I'm more excited for it. I'm just curious about, like, the average moviegoer. I'm not sure if it will...
I think, I was going to say, I think Shang-Chi's going to have good, like, weekend holds.
And there's been dips in, like, Kung Fu movies and American-made Kung Fu movies, and I think we're bound for another
I hope it does well. I just bought stock in Disney, so I hope it does well.
Oh, you did?
Wow.
Oh,
so now I'm an actual shill.
Yes, you are.
I just wish it had Jackie Chan in it somewhere. I wish.
No, I hate Jackie Chan. Fuck Jackie Chan.
What?
Oh, fuck Jackie Chan. No, fuck Jackie Chan.
Kick him out.
Listen, I only can watch people get hit with mop buckets and various kitchen items for so long before I get tired.
I respect the take.
Don't
No. We don't accept this on movie. This Lunga's Darth Daddy Lunga's commentary does not represent movie madness and entertainment. We love Jackie Chan.
Fuck Jackie Chan.
Okay, thanks for
that's why you're zooming in on him, giving him the biggest
platform. I will take
Lunga's opinions do not represent movie madness and entertainment, and we will have words.
Wow.
Donnie Yen
website's
over
canceled.
Jackie Chan any day.
Oh, I do like Donnie Yen though, but Jackie Chan is a treasure.
Sure, 20 years ago.
Oh God. Well, that's Hollywood. They used them and abused them and left them. He's still making great content.
I don't know. Nick Hammond says Lunga represents us, and he's a subscriber.
And he's a member. So
Max, you got a movie from the bottom. I'm one of the 3 people who has the camera here. So when there's a comment, it covers me. There we go.
Goldman wants to be on top.
Put RJ on the bottom.
He's all about stage direction. He knows
exactly
what's going
on.
Okay. I'm trying to increase
production value.
The Mad Max channel.
All right, cool. Well, thanks, because it's been I had to get you back. I had to bring Lunga on.
That's a fortunate coincidence.
Oh, okay.
It does make me happy seeing you two streaming together, though.
Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. Echo base.
It's a lie. I'm only here to talk shit to Saggy. That's the only reason.
I'll allow it.
That's true.
I still need to destroy her in the Korra debate whenever it happens.
I already told you. My
Korra's
place or your
great.
place.
Exactly.
I mean,
My house is
we're
your
talking
house.
about
Let's go.
movies.
Let's do
What
it.
are you talking about, Saggy?
No, he wants to debate me on the Legend of Korra because I don't like it, and he does, and I think she's the worst Avatar, and he does not think she's the worst Avatar. So
Goldman is just the biggest hipster. He likes things that other people don't. That's all.
No, I like Korra.
I'm a bit of a contrarian. That is fair.
I like
But when
Korra
it
is
comes
amazing.
when it comes to Korra, that is not why. I hate the second season. Which most
oh my
people
god,
don't.
second season was trash.
You guys might like one take that he does though. He can't wait for the Lego Star Wars movie to come out, and I'm like, fuck this show.
I'm so Logan knows how
Wait, the Lego Star Wars show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Lego stuff is pretty good. I
got
like
some
the
video
Lego.
No, there's a Lego Star Wars Halloween special coming out in October.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Okay.
It's
I dig that.
the plot is that Poe Dameron and BB-8 go to Mustafar, and there's a Darth Vader themed resort there. It's like Sith themed, and then they go there and they listen to scary stories. And Palpatine's gonna be in it again.
Yes. Hey,
Past
it's
his
gonna
prime.
be a steaming pile of voodoo, bantha voodoo.
How dare you talk
Bro,
about
I
Jackie
just
Chan
dared.
being past his prime?
Korra sucks as Avatar. Boo. Korra's
What about
Korra
this
sucks as
Marvel
Avatar.
Studios Werewolf by Night with Howl at the Moon on Disney Plus?
Nobody
Sure
cares.
is that.
I'm down.
Is that the Howie special?
Well, Goldman, since you own stock now on Disney Plus, I really do think, now that they're consistently releasing series, like there was a period of time, it was like, when's the next Mandalorian? But now it's like series after series. They're rolling.
I gotta watch Loki
that's a good
still.
investment.
I don't know. I'm not like against Marvel right now. I'm slightly less invested. That's just because Endgame I thought was like a perfect climax. I'm very hyped for the Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man. I'm looking forward to the new Doctor Strange.
Mhm.
I'm very curious about the Eternals.
Eternals looks great, yo.
Eternals is meh for me.
The Thor movie. I just love
Meh.
Taika. I'm only excited for Shang-Chi now just because I've heard the reviews were good. Like beforehand, I had no interest. I'm gonna see everything anyway, but I'm just like.
I think people are underestimating Eternals.
They are. It looks spectacular.
Yeah.
It looks absolutely spectacular.
Eternals?
And
I'm
I'm telling you, heed my words. The Eternals are what ushers in mutants into the MCU. That
Well, I
is
do
what
want to
is
give
gonna
the
happen.
10-minute warning to the audience if you have any comments or questions.
I do
for the
have video
panel.
game news.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, Aaron, and then get any
tomorrow,
comments
IGN
for the last 2 minutes. Okay.
IGN is showing the new Marvel game gameplay, Midnight Suns gameplay tomorrow on IGN.
I like the idea of the.
Cool.
It's just not my style of gameplay. Like, isn't it real time
Do you even
strategy? or
game
something?
anymore, Max? Do you even play games? You haven't
No,
played
I
since
do.
five.
The
I was
Amico.
playing-
He's got the Amico. That's all he needs.
No, I don't have the Amico.
That's all he needs. It's coming.
Here we
It's
go.
coming.
God, here
Oh
we go.
boy.
God. Can't mention
It
games
would-
around London.
listen,
Brings up the
I'm just
Amigo.
glad
No, I can't
I got
even
a
cover the-
reason
Yeah.
to poke at him about the Amico.
No,
We
no,
have
I
to.
don't.
There you go.
I love Tommy Tallarico. There's been mistakes. For sure.
Mistakes have been made.
No, mistakes have been made, and there's nothing really left to say
Max,
until
as
people
your,
start
as,
getting
as,
it. You know.
as your advisor, shut the F up.
No, I love Tommy, but the mistakes of there's.
Now,
But he
let me-
underestimated what it does to take the console.
I have
Oh
no
my
clue what you guys are
God.
talking about. Oh, it's Matt
Max,
Jarbo.
help me out here. Help me out here. No,
sorry.
mute him right now. Shut up, Jarbo. Shut up, Jarbo. Shut up for a minute. Shut up for a minute.
I'll mute you in a
That's
second,
feedback.
Jarbo.
One moment. You'll get your moment, Jarbo. You'll get your moment. Tell Saggy that you and me interviewed Tommy before
Here we go.
shit was getting really crazy, right? And I'm like, cool, let's talk to this guy. And after I talked to him, I'm like, oh my god, this guy just seems like my opinion. I'm like, this guy's. Wasn't even interested in his interview. This guy seems like a fake to me. Did I not say that to you way back
And I
then?
was pissed off at you.
Right. So
love how
my
you
opinion,
use this
Saggy, on
point.
Tommy goes way back before any of this craziness has been going
Give a
on.
shit.
I have no clue what any of this is.
I tried to unmute you, Jarbo, and you left. I don't know what happened.
Jesus.
Okay. For the record, he was having massive feedback.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
it wasn't
true.
because he was here. It was just his. I heard it. His like he had a lot of clicking going on when his mic was.
Oh, here we go. You know, I long ago.
No, don't put him
said-
next to me. Put him
I
down there.
long
Put Goldman
ago-
back up.
I
Me at the
long
Put
bottom.
Goldman back up.
Max, put yourself at the bottom.
Okay.
No, I like this. I like this. It's a great. What
I need
hell?
move me over. I need something. I need a buffer. I need a buffer. Put Goldman in the middle.
Well, listen. I told Longa long in the past, if you guys could just like each other more, you guys could blaze the internet with your takes together. But no, they won't do it.
We would kill each other. We would absolutely kill each other.
Yeah, that would make great content. Yeah.
I have a partner. I have my yin to my yang.
Lunga and Matt have very strong, similar personality traits that would not mash well because Lunga
that would make
has
great
to be the
content.
alpha.
I would. Yeah,
Lunga has to be the alpha. And then Matt would be like, nah, I'm the alpha. And then Lunga would be like, nah,
I don't have to be. I am.
Toxic masculinity.
Matt looks so happy
red.
right now.
Are you in the red light district?
Are you streaming tonight, Matt?
I said
Yeah,
that out.
I'm on my last order right now. There's a huge line at Wendy's.
Nick,
looks like you're at the red light district.
Nick wanted to say hi to you, Matt. Look.
You should have had me on, man. I would have made good content.
Hey, I got a bone to pick. All right, I ordered some Dunkin' Donuts in the middle of the night the other night from Uber Eats, and they showed the driver pick it up, right? And then it just disappeared. The order was still open, and another driver went to get it, and she's like, "They say your driver picked up your order. The driver stole my goddamn food."
Happens all the time, dude. Happens all the time. All the time. Drivers steal food all the time. Not me. I'm already fat. I don't need to get fatter. So there's that. But no, it happens. I've gone to places and like someone else has picked up the food and I get screwed because I drove across town thinking it's like a $20 order and I get there and I get nothing. So it happens pretty frequently. So I know. Just all you got to do is just call and say they didn't give it to you and you'll get it.
Oh, I didn't have to worry about it. The order didn't close, so another driver picked it up. And
cool.
she messaged me and she's like, "Oh yeah," and she took care of it. She's like, "Oh yeah, the guy here knows me, so they made another one for you," and she brought it to me.
Nice.
That would be great, Layla. I would love it.
Jabba needs to do a new show called Uber Eats Complaints, where everyone just forwards.
No.
That's good.
Working hard for his family. Great job, Matt.
It's really it's a fun gig. I can't complain. You know, like I've only been out tonight for about 2 hours.
Well, ask Prime Master of None. The real problem is everyone's doing Uber and other stuff, and no one's actually at the restaurants. The lines are are crazy.
Yeah, why would you go work at a restaurant? I make $30 an hour doing this.
Right. So no one's actually in the McDonald's or Taco Bell's or your Subway or whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone's
it's a serious
man.
issue.
The other night, me and my kids in the middle of the night decided we wanted IHOP, right? It ended up becoming a 3-hour fucking journey. It was ridiculous. Trying to find something that was open. But we stopped at 1 and it was packed. And it was a 30-minute wait because they didn't have enough people working. So we had to leave. Then we finally found this other restaurant and it wasn't packed, but it was half full. And it was at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So, I mean, people are out.
Is this
They're
a family
things.
reunion? Like Josh
Maybe.
says? I don't know.
I know we got Goldman, we got Lunga, we got Jarbo all on one stream.
We need,
beautiful. I love it.
Max, whatever happened to Sci-Fi Dragon?
It's sad. No, I feel bad. I think he got freaked out by some of the chaos. I think someone freaked him out. A former when we were covering comic stuff, I think they were messing with him.
I'm only laughing because
that's my opinion.
For some reason, everybody asked that. Like,
no, he was a good kid. No, he's a good kid. He got freaked out by something, and I think they were messing with him. Yes.
My first ever live stream was on Max's channel, and it was with Sci-Fi Dragon.
I remember that. I want to say this nicely because I'm not at all trying to be mean. We obviously know he's a little slow. Okay, he's not.
Wow.
It's not making fun of people. Listen, some people.
I'm just messing with you.
So
mentally handicapped. No. You're just dumb. Is different.
Max, you are absolutely
dumb is a choice.
Hold on.
Let me tell you.
That was good luck. That's good.
If you
dumb
guys
is a
ever
choice.
get a chance,
Mental handicapped isn't a
You
choice.
too, Goldman?
What'd I do?
You laughed at me.
Sorry, I'm not biased. I love you, Max. I'm not biased.
Oh, thank you, Jarbo. He's trying hard.
what the hell is happening for Jarbo?
But what I'm getting at is that this YouTube game is no joke. And
oh my God!
God, stop! You're freaking me out. This YouTube game is. certain people of a certain temperament really shouldn't be on YouTube. Let's just put it that way.
I'm drooling. I'm drooling.
I don't like all this Max hate on my own show.
Max, I love you.
It's not hate.
I choose to be stupid, is what Longa just told me. Thank you, Longa.
You're welcome, Max.
Good
My
night,
pleasure.
Layla.
Why?
Good night.
Who's
Layla,
Leah?
say goodbye to Layla.
Oh, Layla, thank you. Layla, come on the show next time. So we
Here,
can...
Max, if it makes it feel better,
Saggy
is dumber than you. So
no,
Excuse me?
No, Saggy is.
I will the whatever the hell you are out of you. I will bitch smack you back to your nationality country, bro.
Think Core is a bad avatar? I mean, I gotta question you a little bit. So
you hear
I'll tell you why. RJ, you need to stop letting her roll over you in your debates. Okay, she did not win any of them. She did not win any of them, RJ.
Yes, I
you
did.
gave up.
She kind of
You
does.
gave up.
I think she holds me back a little bit, to be honest.
You gave up. Don't be intimidated, RJ.
You hold me back a little bit, Saggy. I'm sorry. You kind of do.
Excuse me? How?
It's all coming down tonight.
I don't know. I feel like you interrupt me
spilling the
sometimes.
tea.
I'm trying to. I don't know.
Everyone interrupts everyone. Speak up. Be louder.
You hold me back.
What is going on here, Nick? You want me to leave my own channel?
no, Max is what makes this channel. Literally.
I'm being personally targeted right now. Thanks, RJ.
We're almost at the 2-hour mark. I gotta thank my members, my big members list.
Wow.
You have members?
Yes, I do. Rhea, Taylor, Relapse, Nick Hammond, who wants me to leave my own show. I'm very conflicted on that. Zeno, where is Zeno?
Streaming.
Where he didn't come up with this love fest. Aaron World Order, Obi-Wan, Real Elmo Cinema. Brian, Master of Madness, Roosevelt Cavazos, Hans, Saggy Melons, Zeno again, because I forgot to take him off that one. H. Parts, Lewis Clocks, Resident Justice, Zebrafett, Blinded Braille, Punk Trace, Rel McMillan, Sean A. and the Retro Bro. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. You're making it so I can make more content, and I have to do a number of members only. Something.
I have a question. What are your perks?
Members only stream. You could DM me. You don't have to pay me a super chat money. You could send me a question or topic at any time. If you're a member, I'm going to do it. Some other stuff too. Direct access to me on Twitter, which I got to add a few more people. Yeah, nudes. Thank you, Obi-Wan. Whether you want them or not.
Finally, someone offering something really good.
Right.
Max nudes.
And
so what is
you could buy 99 cents. You could buy that for $1. The typical RoboCop meme. I make it in really great emojis. You know, my emojis are fire. I don't have a Lunga emoji yet. I should have one that says "Daddy."
I'll get you a no. What the hell?
Boy.
Oh my god!
You don't, Saggy. You really don't. You don't know the history. See, Saggy keeps
I
talking
do
about like
know
how
the
she
history,
knows
that's
everybody.
why I'm
No,
really
you weren't there.
cringing,
You weren't
bro.
there. You weren't there. Ho.
You tell me the
weren't
story
there.
all the fucking
Anyway,
time, Lunga.
yeah, but you weren't
Oh my
there.
God.
You tell me
weren't
the
there,
story
though.
every time about the
You
lore
weren't there,
of the
though.
Daddy Lunga. I know the story.
You
If
weren't
you're
there,
like an
though.
old man who has to repeat a story 20 times to your kids.
Well,
oh,
and you're like a little kid that has to be told something 100 times before
I
they
remember
fucking
the
get it.
damn story, damn it. I
If-
just said,
If you weren't part of the Grey Order, you don't get it.
That's right.
You know
Black
what Grey
Ops,
Order smells.
go follow Black Ops on Twitch. Thank you for coming on to the show. Aaron World
everybody but
Order.
RJ.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm almost at 600 subs now. It's crazy.
Echo Base.
Yes. I called her a hoe.
That's his
That's
pet
my name for
me.
Saggy.
That's my
Yeah,
this
yeah.
pet name for me.
Okay.
I
You
accept.
don't want to know what she calls me. It's very insulting.
All right, Josh.
I
let
call
me
him
know.
worse.
I bet.
You guys don't know what it's like to be called mean things on the internet.
5-minute warning. I'll give you 5 more minutes because Jarbo came back.
No, I
Anything you
actually
wanna-
got to go because I'm up next to get my food. I'm going to go home and stream. So I'll see you
Okay.
guys all over on Hollywood.
Bye, Jarbo.
He had to shill, didn't he? He had to shill right before he fucking left. This is why I don't like Jarbo. Fuck you, Jarbo.
We support each other's channel, Longa. I usually stream right before him, and I send the
Can I
audience
show?
over there.
Can I show?
Yes, show.
So I started watching. I'm not watching. Sorry, I started. No, this is important. I started reading Lunga's comic book, Isadora,
Okay.
and so far I really, really like it. Once I have both the first and second copy, so I'm reading the first one, and once I finish doing that, I'm gonna do a full review. But right now, I do want to say it's very good, and I definitely encourage everyone to back his books because he is an actually really good writer, and the art is very well done. So I am going to shill for Lunga because he is actually very talented.
I've thought about the comic book Isidore. I'm thinking about it.
No, you should get it. It's actually pretty good, and I like
the printers finished printing. They're mailing them all out to me. So
I like
have
how
all
he writes the
copies,
creatures.
so.
The creatures talk funny. They call him Human. It's actually kind of cool.
Do you?
Hey, before we end this, I want a quick thoughts on Venom. Officially, is now PG-13. Venom 2.
It could work.
Okay. What was it? What was it before? Was it rated R?
I told you guys it was going to be PG-13.
Was the first one rated R?
No.
No, the
people
first
were
one was
freaking out about WandaVision being PG. It's like,
who
cares?
Who gives
a shit? It doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't. Because, the difference between PG and R, okay, let's really, because United States reasons are way different than worldwide, okay? So let's consider what the difference between PG-13 and R is. PG-13 means you only can say the F word once, okay? You can't show nudity or a lot of nudity in sexual situations, okay? And you can't show excessive gory violence, okay? Now, I know the third one is what people complain about when it comes to this and like Moon Knight. People are complaining about Moon Knight too, saying, oh, it's not going to be right if he's not. Listen, Batman breaks so many fucking bones and fucks people up so bad, but you see it off screen, okay? You see him doing stuff, but you don't see the actual blood spurting, or you don't see the. No. You can still pull that. Here, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Did you see how, dude? Sharon Carter shot someone point blank in the face.
I don't know. Also, a guy got decapitated with a shield.
Yeah, the guy got slammed in the head.
Yes,
with a shield.
exactly.
I don't know why they don't do multiple versions for that. That'd be another source of income too. To do.
You don't need excessive gore.
No, I know, but why not just do look at the Snyder Cut? If they would have just embraced it and have made multiple versions and released the director's cut after Justice,
they want to keep Marvel friendly.
Right,
but why
most,
not
to be honest with you,
that's very important. That's very important for the Disney.
Most movies that fall into the R category are usually because of language. I'm telling you, it's usually because of language.
Does anyone care about Peacemaker? Is my last topic.
Not really.
I didn't like.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'll watch it.
I probably won't.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'll give it a chance. I mean, I don't want it to be.
I mean, I gotta
say,
my bad take was the other day was I think it's not going to come out.
Peacemaker.
I remember that, Max.
That made me laugh. I'm sorry, the license plate made me laugh. But it's like I really didn't care about his character, and I'm not a John Cena fan. He annoys me most of the time. But I gotta say, in the Suicide Squad, his character the humor was on point. It actually worked. I was okay with it.
I didn't believe he would eat that island of dicks. You know, if
that's funny, dude.
Yeah, but someone else delivered. His delivery was off, and I didn't believe it.
No, it wasn't. He said it so deadpan. If
I'm
keeping peace means I'll eat an entire island of dicks, I'd eat them.
I have no interest. I probably won't see it.
Yeah,
I'm kind of disenfranchised with DC as a whole, anyway.
No, I understand, Goldman, and you were open to it. This is give your genuine synopsis of why, because you were open to DC. You're just like no confidence, you don't have confidence in it, or what?
Well, actually, no. It's the DCEU, specifically, or anything that's considered it. Like, I'm very excited for the Batman. The Matt Reeves one with Robert Pattinson. Just for me, for me, a big. You can say this is fair or not. This is just the way my brain works. When I'm looking at things that are in a universe, continuity really matters to me. So when I see movies I really like Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, the Snyder Cut, like those to me feel like they're in the same universe. Batman v Superman I don't really like, but it feels like it's in it. Aquaman is a little lighthearted, but I can give it a pass because it doesn't really contradict anything. Shazam is much more lighthearted. I like it, but I cannot in my mind wrap around that the Suicide Squad takes place in the same universe as everything, and just like I understand people say it's the most comic book movie ever. Like they fight a giant starfish. That's fine. You can love that. Works for you, but I just can't picture that movie being in the same universe as everything else. And for me, it's hard to enjoy it more.
I understand.
That might be unfair. That might be unfair, but that's just my way my head works.
I think it's fair.
It makes sense. But I also look at the Suicide Squad the same way as I look at Guardians of the Galaxy in the MCU, because it's a very similar kind of thing. You know what I mean? The goofiness and dumb shit that they do in Guardians. The only thing that made Guardians be a little more serious is they had Ronan as a bad guy in the first one, and that's a major villain. But in the comic books, I know they think it's a joke, giant starfish. Starro is a big villain in the DC universe. It's not like he's a joke. It's
guy can mind control you,
well,
man.
Before we go further, I want to say, Josh Bowen, thank you for your service. That must be hard to deal with. It's very complicated, and I understand. Well, I don't personally understand, but yes, we're all sad for the things that are happening there, and to be personally involved with your service, it must be hard. So our thoughts go with you and other people that have served, and it's a hard issue right now. So yeah, thanks. We appreciate if we talk movie talk, and you're welcome here anytime, Josh. Thanks a lot. Okay, sorry to interrupt. That's all I just wanted to get to that. I'm going off cam because I'm hot in this mask right now.
I don't know, but
my next 3D printing project, I'm gonna print a small Mandalorian helmet for Greg.
Oh my god!
Awesome. I have mine on my shelf right behind me.
That's
I'm gonna
great.
have to Velcro him or something because he falls way too easily. He's
So
very top heavy.
We should give our final thoughts for the stream because we're over 2 hours. You know I can't do over 2 hours that much because I'm getting.
Well, I don't know. Final thoughts on what? It looks like we're talking about something that has nothing to do with the topic of the video.
Well, no, just what are you working on? Tatooine this week?
Every Monday at 9 Eastern.
Monday, right? I didn't know it switched to Monday.
Yeah, we switched to Mondays because the
easier.
weekends is just hard for everyone.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things going on, and we couldn't be consistent with it on weekends, so we switched it to Monday.
Okay,
because
check
that seems
that
to be
out.
the day that we can make it the most.
Yeah, I got a special video docu-series I'm making right now. So first video should be released this week, hopefully. So
cool.
I'm sorry, Nick. I can't do that. I like you would be disappointed. Ask Lunga. RJ.
I've seen them. Yeah.
It's not. You'd be bored. You'd be like, really?
I haven't.
I've shown you before, haven't I?
Nope.
Well,
let's put it this way.
Night,
you want? I'll give him without giving away anything. What Max looks like, I'll give you the best explanation. You remember how the mountain looked like in Game of Thrones, right, with the armor, and you couldn't see he had armor on, and you couldn't see him. Now imagine if the mountain took off his helmet and it was a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Or that guy from Bob's Burgers, which is what everyone says apparently.
Oh, that came from Hollywood After Dark. I don't appreciate being called Gene from Bob's Burgers.
Gene!
No! Lunga, don't!
You don't understand. I love Bob's Burgers. Me and my daughter, we watch Bob's Burger all the time, and she's basically Louise. I'm Bob, and she's Louise. And she's crazy just like Louise, too. So we love. And I pick on Marie because I say she sounds like Linda, and she's like, I don't sound like that. I'm like, you really? You just did it.
We need Marie back on a stream too. She does the Dungeons and Dragons with you, but we need a ladies of movie talk again, Saggy. That was a lot of fun.
Ladies and Max.
Saggy would probably pay money to be on a stream.
She's muted.
She's busy. I don't know.
Wake up, Saggy.
Max, you need more people
Ray,
to show their cameras.
Ho.
What do I need, Goldman?
More people to show their cameras.
You mean show
or
themselves?
have their cameras on? Yes.
Well, we did all right tonight.
Yeah, I would. It's just
RJ and Aaron do. I respect Black Ops.
I usually do. It's just I don't have my light on.
Yeah, I'm getting new equipment. I'm getting new equipment tomorrow.
Yeah,
and I look like shit right now because I have 2 hours in a hoodie and a mask in the summer. The air conditioner's going, but not that well.
Here,
so.
this is what happens when I shut off my cam.
Oh my god!
If that doesn't get her,
just put her face on a little Among Us character, and that's Saggy in real life, right there.
Well, you know what? It's about time. Thank you, chat. I'm gonna end the show. I appreciate the support. I'll probably be back with a stream tomorrow. I don't know what it's gonna be about. I'll probably just movies instead of controversy tomorrow, and I'll get like a fourth of the views. So thanks for watching. But I mix it up more than I used to. I mix it up more. Thanks for everyone. We miss you, Sci-Fi Dragon. Like Goldman said. Have a good night, and thanks. Bye. Go check all these channels out.